So Otani ready to step in against Brandon Buffard in this game. As Otani steps up to the plate, the windup and the pitch on the way is shot right down to the first baseman. He'll pick it up and carry it on over for the base for out number one. And just like that, we're underway. First ball swinging, Otani is down, and up comes Pages to the plate. Dodgers trying to desperately break a 7-game losing streak after falling last night on a 2-run walk-off home run. And they lost that game, crushing their spirits, but now trying to pick themselves right back up. The first pitch is taken outside for ball one. Pages waiting in. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed by Pages. Oh, 2 the count to Pages. 2-1, check that. Just the start of things here in Chase Field in Arizona. 1 out, Pages to the plate. Otani first pitch swinging, grounding out to first base, and up is Pages now. 2-1 pitch is taken low on a sinker for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Pages. That ball would have been a strike had it been challenged, but we got to stick with what is called. Welcome in, D-Rock. D-Rock's now in the chat. We're up and running. 3-1 pitch is low for ball 4, and just like that, Pages is aboard. So he got a gift ball on the third ball. It wasn't challenged, and Pages says thank you very much as he now walks to first base, and up comes Freddie Freeman. Freeman this season in 113 games, hitting .307, 15 home runs, and 55 ribbies. Just the start of things here in Chase Field. 1 on, 1 out. Otani first ball swinging, hit a ground ball to the first baseman and made out. Pages walks, and now Freddie Freeman to the plate takes inside a fastball for ball 1. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. One and 0 the count to Freeman. The pitch on the way is swung on and fouled back by Freeman on the changeup. The count is now 1-1. Pages with a short, conservative lead away from first base. 1 out. We're in the first inning. Just the start of things here in Chase Field. Dodgers trying to desperately avoid that dreaded double play. Here's a pitch to Freddie Freeman. Ground ball hit down sharply to Arenado. Short play to short, over to first in time, and just like that, double play, and down go the Dodgers. So Freddie Freeman hits into the double play, ends any chance of any start of run, and that'll do it. The score after half an inning, Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks coming up, and for the Diamondbacks, it'll be Perdomo, Carroll, and Marino, first 3 hitters. Continuing with the lineup, Marte's batting 4th. Batting 5th is Norbar. Batting 6th is Arenado. Batting 7th is Tawa. Batting 7th is McCann, and playing behind the plate. And batting 9th, and in center field, Waldschmidt, the man that hit the 2-run walk-off home run last night to send home everybody. And the Dodgers trying to recover from that shock of a game last night. They were no hit through the first 5 innings in that game. Finally came alive in the 6th. Got a run in the 7th and in the 8th to take the lead 3-2, only to lose it on a 2-run home run by Waldschmidt off of Edwin Diaz. So Diaz suffered the loss. Waldschmidt was the big walk-off hero, and the Diamondbacks are back here again today trying to make it 8 straight losses for the Dodgers, and it'll be against Yamamoto on the mound. So Yamamoto coming in with all kinds of impressive stats to back him up, trying to be the Dodgers stopper tonight, doing something that the Dodgers haven't been able to do since they played the Mariners on Thursday night over a week ago. All this tailspin started, remember, on a Friday night in Los Angeles against the Boston Red Sox. They got swept by the Red Sox for 3. Then they went over and got swept by the Cubs for 3, losing last night for the 7th game. So it's the Dodgers with Yamamoto with 20 starts, 11-7 record, a 2.76 ERA, crawls in. Now on the mound, the pitch on the way to Perdomo. He fakes a bunt, and it'll be called strike 1. So Perdomo trying to start off with a fake bunt. Let's see what he's going to do here. The 0-1 count to Perdomo is taken for called strike 2 on the fastball. Dodgers going out in order in the first half of the inning. Actually, Paez walked and Freeman hit into that double play. So now, Dodgers trying to shut down the Diamondbacks right here, right now. The 0-2 pitch on the way. There's a sharp ground ball hit down to Mookie. Whoa, what a nice snag out of the air. Mookie going high to get it for out number 1 on Perdomo. So if Mookie would have been just a little bit shorter, that ball would have been over his head, but a nice leap by Mookie on the run to make that catch. So with 1 out, up comes Carroll. Carroll was the big hero last night, robbing Edman of a home run in right field early in the game. Pitch on the way, swung on. There's a high fly ball. Back goes Teoscar to the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs now in the second inning. Yamamoto's thrown 4 pitches. He's gotten 2 outs, so that's a pretty good ratio on return right there. And up comes Marino, hitting .301, 8 home runs and 50 ribbies thus far in the season. So if Yamamoto, who threw 103 pitches in his last start in 6 innings, can keep his pitch count down, maybe can stick around a bit longer than just 6 innings like he did in the last start. So Gabriel Marino climbs in, the right-hand side of the plate, righty-on-righty action. The pitch is taken for called strike 1. Fastball, 95-mile-an-hour fastball by Yamamoto. 0-1 the count to Moreno. Yamamoto looks down, gets the sign. The pitch is high for ball 1. Fiducia is once again behind the plate. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Marino. Pitch is fouled away on the splitter, 90-mile-an-hour splitter, and the count's now 1-2. Welcome in to those of you in the on the stream. If you haven't voted in the poll, go ahead and vote on it. The 1-2 pitch on the way is taken outside on the slider for ball 2, and the count is now 2-2 to Moreno. 2 outs. We're in the first inning, just the start of things here in Chase Field in Arizona. Dodgers desperately trying to snap a 7-game losing streak after being shell-shocked last night by Waldschmidt with a 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. Yamamoto looks down to Fiducia. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. So Yamamoto had pitched 4 pitches and gotten 2 outs. Now he's pitched 5 alone to Moreno, and he's yet to get about. His 10th pitch on the way. Swung on, little ground ball hit down to Muncy at third, throws it on the run. Oh, not in time. So Moreno hustling down the line, moving fast for a catcher, and beating the throw by Muncy. As Muncy got that ball, gloved it nicely, threw on the run, got it out of the glove quickly, but just wasn't enough in time to get Moreno speeding on down the line. So now with 2 outs, 1 on, and up comes Marte, the second baseman. Marte hitting .246, 19 home runs and 62 ribbies. The pitch is taken outside. Fastball, 96-mile-an-hour fastball for ball one. Marte this season in 111 games, 246, 19 homers, and 62 ribbies. Pitch is outside for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes to Marte. The 2-0 pitch on the way is taken high for ball 3, and now a slider. So Marte's making him pitch, making him work. And the count is now 3-0 to Marte with a runner at first on Moreno legging out that infield hit. The 3-0 pitch by Yamamoto is taken for called strike one on the fastball, the old 97-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle of the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike to Marte. The pitch swung on, line shot foul down the first baseline and in the corner. And that'll have to be retrieved. Tucker will go over there in the warning track and pick it up, so we'll have a little bit of time here. Tomorrow's game will be an early afternoon start. It'll be a 1 o'clock start in Los Angeles and in Arizona. 3-2 the count to Marte. 2 outs, 1 on. We're in the bottom of the first inning, just the start of things in Chase Field. Waiting on deck is Norbar. He's playing in left field tonight. He was a DH last night. Yamamoto fakes a throw over to first base to Moreno. Crowd gets on him with a round of boos, and the count remains 3-2 to Marte. 3-2 pitch. They're gonna ball 4 just missing on the splitter, and now 2 men are aboard with 2 outs. So Yamamoto got 2 quick outs with only 4 pitches, and now he finds himself 16 pitches in with 2 men on, and now facing Lars Nootbaar at the plate in 52 games, hitting .234, 3 home runs and 17 ribbies. He's a late acquisition coming over Monday from the Cardinals. Yamamoto's first pitch on the way. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to Edman. He's going to glove it, throw it over Freddie Freeman in time, and that will do it for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the first. The score after 1 complete inning from Chase Field: Diamondbacks 0, Dodgers 0. And up comes Muncy, Betts, and Tucker in the top of the second. So 75% of the fans in the poll in the chat that have voted, 75% say Dodgers will win, that they'll snap that 7-game losing streak that has haunted them, that started on Friday of last week, losing a series to Boston, going to Chicago, losing that series, and now finding themselves last night losing a heartbreaker on a 2-run walk-off home run by Waldschmidt in the bottom of the 9th, trying to desperately break it today. Break that losing streak that is behind Yamamoto on the mound. Tomorrow's game's a 1:10 start. Muncy just about ready to step in and take his chances at the plate. Muncy now to the plate. Brandon Fobb's pitch on the way is taken low on the curveball for ball one. This season, Muncy in 106 games hitting .251, 22 home runs and 52 ribbies. Struck out twice last night, trying to shake the strikeouts he's been getting of late, trying to get back into the groove. Outside of that big 3-run home run he hit Wednesday night in Chicago, he's been a little bit off of late. See if he can get back on streak now. Here's a pitch taken for strike one. The fastball count is now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Muncy. No outs, just the start of things in the second inning. Pitch is swung on and missed, and now the count is 2-2 on a wicked changeup. Pitch is taken, swung on and missed on a fastball, 95 mile an hour fastball, and down goes Muncy with yet again another strikeout. So the Dodgers have had their woes on the base paths during this 7-game losing streak, being picked off either at first base or cut down stealing or making a base running blunder. That's been a major part. They have been getting the hits. Last night they got 7 hits. Swung on and missed. In Chicago, they got as high as, 16, 17 hits and still lost. So hitting isn't the problem. Leaving a lot of men on base and also poor base running. So Muncy, Mookie's got a strike 2 now on him. Strike 2 looking, it's now 0-2. There's Betts. 1 out, we're in the second inning. Muncy struck out, and Mookie's now 0-2. There's a ground ball hit down to the shortstop, Perdomo. He gloves it easily, throws over quickly across to Tawa for the out. The 6-3 putout is recorded, and now with 2 outs in the second inning, up comes Kyle Tucker. So Kyle Tucker now coming to the plate. Pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the changeup. Oh, and 1 the count to Tucker. Pitch is changeup low for ball 1. One and 1 the count to Kyle Tucker. The pitch swung on and fouled away on the changeup. The count is now 1-2. Waiting on deck is Tommy Edman. Edman had himself a game last night, being robbed of a home run, base hit on another to drive in a run. He was in the thick of it. Here's a 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away. 1-2, the count remains to Kyle Tucker. 2 outs, we're in the second inning. Dodgers trying to snap a 7-game losing streak. It happened last year, a 7-game losing streak. They went on to win the World Series. 1-2 pitch, there's a ground ball hit sharply down to the second baseman. Marte throws it on over to Tawa for the out, and that will do it for the Dodgers. The 4-3 putout is recorded, and the Diamondbacks are out of the top of the first inning. The score after 1.5 innings from Chase Field, Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks 0. And for the Diamondbacks, it'll be Arenado, Tawa, and McCann coming up. First 3 hitters in the second inning. You're right, D-Rock. What happened to Muncy outside of that big 3-run home run in a loss in Wrigley, he's really been non-existent. He's been missing in action. So Nolan Arenado, who hit that leadoff home run last night, first pitch, boom, knocked it into the seats, and that gave the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead. Let's see if Yamamoto can keep them in check. Thankfully, it was only a solo home run. Didn't really matter since the Dodgers went on to lose the game anyways. So Yamamoto on the mound and ready to go. First pitch to Arenado on the way, and it's taken for a strike one. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Oh, and 1 the count to Arenado. The pitch is taken inside on the fastball for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Arenado. In 110 games, hitting .241, 17 ribbies, and 54 RBIs. 17 homers and 54 ribbies. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, there's a high fly ball. Freddie Freeman's under it, right near first base to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 out, and up comes Tawa. Tim Tawa got on base last night, stole the base, came around to score. Doesn't look like he would be that fast, but he was motoring around the bases last night. Yamamoto gets the sign from Fiducia behind the plate. The pitch is taken for called strike 1, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. This season in 60 games, Tim Tawa is hitting .234, 6 home runs, and 26 RBIs. Pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. There's something that's in their heads, whether it's old Doc, not sure. Again, goes back to Cole Irvin. We can keep talking about it until that changes. The 0-2 pitch is low. The curse of Cole Irvin. Irvin leaving him in the game, letting him get blown up, and then you release him shortly after that game, and that's when the tailspin started, right there. 5-4, Dodgers are losing after that 2-run homer, and they let him get roasted. There's a strikeout. Tim Tawa strikes out. And now there's 2 outs. At least that's what I'll remember. The very start of the tailspin, when it started going south for the Dodgers. When it was a bullpen game on a Friday night against the Red Sox, and they left Cole Irvin in there after he started to clearly was tired, losing it. Wound up pitching over, close to 90 pitches in that game. Pitch on the way is strike 1 to James McCann. McCann hitting .303, 4 home runs and 21 ribbies in 32 games. The 0-1 pitch on the way to McCann, swung on and missed on the splitter. So Yamamoto's almost out of this inning. Let's see if he can keep it going. He had the Diamondbacks on the ropes with 2 outs in the first inning, and then proceeded to pitch to a few more hitters. There's a swing and a miss, and suddenly gets out. McCann out on a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts in that inning, not bad. Arizona gets 1 hit. The score at the end of 2 complete innings: Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks 0. We move quickly into the 3rd inning. So fast-moving game already. As we move to the third, it'll be Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, and Fiducia behind the plate. Fiducia batting third. And if anybody gets on, top of the order, Ohtani. You're right. I remember you and I were discussing it that night, D-Rock, when Doc left Cole Irvin in there to get roasted. He was a sacrificial lamb. And that was when it all happened. That was the tailspin right there. You and I both wondered, what's he doing? Why is he letting them just stay in there and get mistreated like that? Only thing I could figure at the time was maybe he wants to keep his bullpen fresh for the later on in the series, since that was a bullpen game. But now look, 7 losses later, we can look back on it. Tommy Edman last night, 2 for 4. Had a big game. He was even robbed of that home run. Otherwise, he would have been 3 for 4. So top of the third we go, and up comes Tommy Edman. This season in 40 games, hitting .295, 3 home runs and 22 ribbies. The pitch is swung on and fouled away behind the plate. Tommy Edman has been a welcome addition to this team, coming in 40 games ago to help him out. Pitch swung on. There's a line shot down to the first baseman, Tawa. He's going to underhand to the pitcher, Font, coming over for the out. That'll be a 3-1 put out at first base, and down goes Edman. And up comes Teoscar. So 1 out, we're in the third inning. The game is 30 minutes old, and we're already in the third. Fast-moving game, to say the least. Teoscar checks in 81 games, .252. Average, 11 home runs and 41 ribbies. The pitch on the way is a sweeper for a strike. 0-1 count. Oh, and 1 the count to Teoscar. There's a little ground ball hit down to third baseman. Throws on over to first. That's Arenado. Quick throw on the run to get Teoscar. So 5-3 put out. Arenado to Tawa, and now there's 2 outs for the Dodgers in this third inning, and up comes the catcher, Fiducia. Fiducia this season, 63 games, hitting .233, 2 homers and 12 ribbies. A late addition to this team on the trading deadline. First pitch is taken for called strike 1. Pitch is taken for strike 2, a sinker. 0-2 now the count to Fiducia. We're in the third inning, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch, way outside on the sweeper for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is taken for 2-2. Yeah, it looks like Doc is conceding it's okay to lose games. It showed on that Friday night. I think you're right. He looked at that as a scheduled loss. Pitch is low. I know some teams in the NBA will do that when they have back-to-back games. Yep, exactly right. He said it's okay to lose. I've seen NBA teams do that. 3-2 pitch is swung on, a high fly ball, hit deep out to right field. Back goes Carroll, but he's got it just before the warning track for the out. So nothing more than a long, high fly ball, and the Dodgers are done 1-2-3 as the Diamondbacks will now come up. As we move to the bottom of the third, it'll be Waldschmidt, Perdomo, and Carroll. So Waldschmidt, the man that hit that 2-run home run, walk-off home run last night, will lead off the bottom of the third for the Diamondbacks. Let's see if this crowd greets him with a big standing ovation when he comes up to the plate. I'm going to go out on a limb and say no. So tomorrow's start will be at 1:10. .67% now say Dodgers will win, so fans slowly starting to lose more and more confidence in the Dodgers. Or maybe we're starting to have more and more opponents of the other team coming in and voting. 67% on the poll. Justin's back. Welcome in, Justin. Ohtani's going to be leading off next inning, so hang in there. Fiducia made the last out, so after the Diamondbacks go out, hopefully in order, Ohtani will be leading off, so don't go anywhere, Justin. He's coming up. So up comes Waldschmidt, the man that ruined Tanner Scott and the Dodgers, or actually Edwin Diaz night last night with that walk-off home run. Coming up to the plate right now. Yamamoto's first pitch on the way. It's taken for called strike one, 84-mile-an-hour slider. In 51 games this year, he's hitting .292, 2 home runs and 15 ribbies. One of those 2 home runs came last night on a big walk-off hit home run to send everybody home. Yamamoto's 30th pitch is on the way right now. 1-1 count to Waldschmidt. His 30th pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. On the splitter, it's now 1-2. Andrew's back. Welcome in. Let's go, Dodgers. 1-2 count to Waldschmidt. The pitch taken outside. That's okay, Justin. Don't consider yourself scared. Consider yourself maybe smart. Lay off the fastball. Don't have to hit the high-riding fastball all the time, Justin. Hang in there. Live for another day. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Waldschmidt is taken low for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. No outs, just the start of the bottom of the third. Waldschmidt still riding a big high from last night's 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th. The 3-2 pitch swung on. There's a ground sharp foul down the third base line. Three-two pitch. Taken for strike 3. Oh, so the ump waited a while to pull the string on that one and punches him out. So Waldschmidt riding the elevator. Last night a high and now down to the basement with a late punch out by the umpire on that one. So 1 out. We're in the 3rd inning And up comes the top of the order, Perdomo. Yamamoto's already struck out 3, and we're into the 3rd inning. First pitch is a fastball taken for strike 1. Perdomo lined out in his first plate appearance. The 0-1 pitch on the way, taken high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one the count to Perdomo. The pitch on the way. Strike. Fastball. 97 mile an hour. You're right, D-Rock. That was a big thing. In fact, he struck out a guy in an 88 mile an hour. I think it was a slider or changeup after going 103. That's a wicked way to be up there at the plate not knowing what's coming next. 1-2 count on the way. Is way outside for ball 2 and a curveball. So the count is now 2-2. We're in the 3rd inning. Yamamoto looking down, gets a sign from Ducia. There's a sharp ground ball hit down sharply to Edman. He's going to do the short little flip to Freeman for the out. And just like that, there's 2 outs now in the 3rd inning. Edman to Freeman, a 4-3 put out. Yamamoto's next pitch will be his 40th pitch, so he's not being too bad off on the pitch count. See if he can make quick work of Carroll right here. Pitch is taken for ball 1 on his 40th pitch. Carroll again robbing Edman last night in the 3rd inning of that home run. At the plate now, 1-0 pitch is inside on the cutter for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch is way outside, ball 3. So Yamamoto tends to do that, I notice. He'll go out, get 2 quick outs, and then come back and serve up 3 quick balls. He did it in that first inning and walked a man. His 43rd pitch is way inside, walked him on 4 pitches to Carroll. So Yamamoto shakes his head in disgust with himself as Carroll's aboard. We got 2 outs. It happened in the first inning, and it's happening to Yamamoto in the 3rd. Let's see if he can get it together and make quick work right here of Moreno. Moreno, 1 for 1 with a single. He got the only hit in this game. The pitch is taken inside for ball 1. Away from, so Moreno to the plate. Carroll getting a little bigger lead off a first, thrown over there. He's got to throw over there. He's getting a little bit too big for his britches, thinking he can steal at will. And Yamamoto's got to keep him honest with a throw over to Freddie Freeman. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the 3rd inning, 2 outs. No score. Pitch is low, a splitter in the dirt. Nice dugout by Fiducia behind the plate. Two and 0 the count to Moreno. The 2-0 pitch swung on. There's a little ground ball scooped up nicely. A backhanded by Edman. The long throw. Got him. Nice stretch by Freeman. And that'll do it. So Tommy Edman did a nice backhanded snag on his knees. Got up from the slide. Threw quickly over to Freddie Freeman, who did a nice stretch out to get him. And that'll do it for the D-backs in the 3rd inning. The score after 3 complete from Chase Field. Diamondbacks 0, Dodgers 0, and up coming the top of the order. Where's Justin? Up comes Ohtani, Paez, and Freeman. So now I get it. Justin didn't bet tonight, so that's why he's not too concerned about Ohtani batting. A little slow for me to get it, but I got it. Okay, so if anybody gets on, they got Max Muncy in the 4th slot tonight. So only one hit between the two teams. Dodgers, once again, last night they started the first 5 innings. They were no hit. And tonight, the first 3 innings, they're no hit. On the scoreboard note, the good news, in the 7th inning, Cubs trail the Royals 4-3. Why is that good news? We won't have James popping in here. He did last night when the Cubs were winning and the Dodgers were losing. So there will be no James sighting tonight. Meanwhile, speaking of the Royals, after this series with the Diamondbacks, the Dodgers head home to play those same Kansas City Royals for 3 games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Remember, tomorrow's game is a 1:10 start. And then the big series for 4 games in Los Angeles, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It'll be the Milwaukee Brewers. So that is going to be a series. That's going to be the series right there. Brewers, I believe, have the most wins in baseball. Let me check if I'm right. I think, what are they at, 73? Pitch on the way to Ohtani's taken for ball 1. Back to live action. We're in the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch to Ohtani is low on the changeup for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to Ohtani. Pitch is low. They're going to go check swing, no swing. Look at third base on the 87-mile-an-hour changeup. Count is now 2-1. And the Brewers have 72 wins. So there you have it, 72. There's a pitch inside for strike 2 on the changeup. So Ohtani's got to buckle down now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 4th inning. Dodgers have yet to get a hit. And this is the 2nd time around now in the order the Dodgers have to see Brandon Buffon. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on a high fly ball, hit deep to right. Back goes Carroll to the warning track to make the catch. So, nothing but a long out right there. And there's 1 out. So Carroll hustled down and leaped over the wall to snag one away from Edman. Tonight he didn't have to go to that extent of leaping, but he did have to get on his horse in a hurry to run back to catch it in time before it went over his head. So with 1 out, up comes Paez, the check swing for ball 1 on the curveball. Paez walked it his first time up, hitting .268, 19 home runs and 75 ribbies. Hit a home run last night. Pitch is outside, the 96-mile-an-hour sinker. That was an incredible shot he hit last night to take the lead for the Dodgers. 423 feet to deep left field. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Paez. Taken low for ball 1 on the sink, ball 2 on the sinker. Buffon's now thrown 40 pitches. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitch is low in the changeup for 3-1. So Paez 1 out, 1 ball away from walking for the 2nd straight time. Let's see what he's going to do at the plate. The 3-1 pitch, 1 out, on the way. Swung on. There's a little nubber down the third baseline, foul. Three and 2 the count to Paez. The pitch, high fly ball, Kitcher looks back behind the plate, Moreno, and it's way back up into the stands. Forget all about it. Count is now full at 3-2. Pages still to the plate with 1 out in the 4th inning and no score. Dodgers have still yet to get even a hit. The pitch. There's a sharp ground ball hit sharply down to Arenado. Does a 360 turn, whirls, turns, throws, too late. So a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog on Arenado as he tried to do a pirouette 360-degree turn and throw, and it was just a little late as the hustling Pages wasn't given an inch on that. So there it goes. It pays to hustle. You never know. You may be able to beat it, and he did. Just barely running down the line. A whip. Thank you, D-Rock. 1.2565 for Pafont. Freddie Freeman to the plate. He grounded into a double play in his last time up. Let's see if he can avoid that now. So that's the first hit of the game for the Dodgers. At least they didn't go into the 6th inning like they did last night with no hits. So they get their hit now. We're in the 4th. No score, 1 hit each for each team. So 1 hit apiece for each team. The 1-0 pitch to Freeman swung on and missed on the changeup. Count is now 1-1. A big swing by Freddie Freeman. One on, 1 out. Freeman to the plate. And the 1-1 pitch on the way is low for ball 2. The 87-mile-an-hour changeup just missing. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Freeman. Pages away from first base. 1 out. We're in the 4th inning with no score. Throws over to first base. Pages running there back quickly. Last night, Tommy Edman was picked off at first after getting a base hit. Two and 1 the count to Freeman. The pitch swung on, the sharp foul ball. Good breakdown, D-Rock. So he allows a lot of base runners, does the pitcher Pafont with a whip of 1.2585. 2-2 the count to Freeman. 1 on, 1 out. 4th inning. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Way high, nice. Freeman was able to hold up. They check over at third. They say no swing. And the next pitch will be Paffont's 50th pitch of this game. Freddie Freeman was able to resist the temptation of the high riding fastball. That's gotten many players in the past to chase it. The throw over to first to make sure Pages doesn't get too big of a lead with 1 out. Freeman hit into that double play in the 1st inning. 49 pitches by Pafont. His 50th pitch is coming up. 1 out, 4th inning, 1 on. There's a ground ball hit sharply. Oh, down to caught by Arenado, and he's going to throw over to first, and they're going to get Pages, who left, and the Dodgers are doubled up again. So that double play will go 5-3 as Arenado caught the line shot by Freeman, and Pages was already standing on second base with no chance of getting back. And Arenado just flipped on over to first, and that'll do it for the Dodgers. So the score after 2.5 in Arizona, Dodgers 0. Check that, 3.5. We're in the moving to the bottom of the 4th inning. After 3.5, Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks 0. Each have 1 hit apiece. And for the D-backs, coming up in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Marte Norbar, and Arenado. And if anybody gets on, Tawa, the first baseman. So both pitchers, Font and Yamamoto, are dealing, keeping this game in check. No score, only one hit apiece. A well-pitched game on both sides. Yamamoto has given up 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Pafont has given up 1 walk and has 1 strikeout. Okay, here comes Marte. Yamamoto on the mound, ready to go. Back to live action in the bottom of the 4th inning. So there's kind of a little communication problem with the Yamamoto at the mound, with a communication problem. He's going to come off the mound, and let's see what you're going to do here. Guess the battery's not working or the circuit's jammed. Let's see. So now hustling in from the bullpen, looks like, well, he was going to bring in one, but not sure if he needs it. Oh, yeah, he's going to go on up. Running in from the bullpen with a new device for Yamamoto for his headgear. They're going to give it to the interpreter. Yamamoto's ready to go at it. And the first pitch on the way to Marte is low for ball 1 on the curveball. One ball, no strikes to Marte. The pitch swung on, a high fly ball moving over. Easy catch is Muncy right in front of the shortstop area, and there's now 1 out. Oh, what happened to my, let me get my feed back up here. Okay, we're back to live action. Nootbaar's pitch on the way, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1. Lars Nootbaar, 50th pitch for Yamamoto, ready to come in here, right now. The pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. No score. We're in the 4th inning, 1 out. 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball, so the count is now 2-1. Pitches a check swing, hits off the bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nootbaar. Pitch is swung on and missed, and down goes Nootbaar. So he strikes out. Now there's 2 outs, and that's Yamamoto's 4th strikeout of the game. So a wicked splitter by Yamamoto to get Nootbaar. And now up comes Nolan Arenado. Arenado 0 for 1, flew out in his first at-bat. The pitch is taken low on the sinker for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Pitch is low and outside, a cutter for ball 2. 2 out, we're in the 4th inning. 2-0 count to Arenado, no score in this game. The 2-0 pitch swung on a high foul ball, back and out of play. The 2-1 pitch by Yamamoto is a high fly ball. That'll go foul back up into the stands. Teoscar goes over to take a look at it, but that was way foul as soon as it left his bat, and Arenado knew it. 2-2 the count to Arenado. 2 outs, we're in the 4th inning. Each team has one hit between the both of them. One hit each, no score. The 2-2 pitch, swung on, lunged for. It's a high fly ball coming over inside to make it as Pages. He's got it for the 3rd out. So that'll do it. 4 innings wrapped up just like that. We're 2 minutes shy of this game being 1 hour old. The score after 4 complete, Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks 0. And for the Dodgers, coming up, will be Muncy, Betts, and Tucker. So Muncy, who's had a bit of a issue of late striking out, struck out twice last night, struck out already in this game earlier. He's like once described as the little girl with the curl. When she's good, she's very good, and when she's bad, she's very bad. And right now you're seeing the worst of Muncy with the strikeouts. We saw the best of them hitting that 3-run home run in Wrigley Field on Wednesday to get the Dodgers closer in that game. Wound up losing it, but the Dodgers showed some life. So let's see if Muncy can get back on the right track now, followed by Betts and then Tucker. Mo has got to come back. You're going to be singing that praises. Okay, D-Rock, hang in there. It's been a tough losing streak. 7 games, you've been there for every single one of them. Fifth inning, the start of it. Pitch swung on and missed by Muncy. A nice big swing on the 86-mile-an-hour changeup. There's our check swing foul. 0-2 the count now. Waiting on deck, Mookie Betts. The 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to Tim Tama. He's going to do it himself. No, he'll flip it over to Fafant, who'll make the catch and the assist of getting him out. Hustling over is Muncy. So with 1 out, up comes Mookie Betts. Mookie 0 for 1, grounded out in his first at-bat. Pitch is taken right down the middle, a cutter for strike one. 90-mile-an-hour cutter. The 0-1 pitch. There's a sharp ground ball foul down the third base line. No balls, 2 strikes, 0-2 count to Mookie Betts. No score. We're in the 5th inning with 1 out. A fast-moving game. We just reached the 1-hour mark in it. Don't forget, tomorrow's start time is at 1:10. Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, the finale of the series. The 0-2 pitch, way high. Fastball missing badly. It's now 1-2. Mookie with that signature gold chain hanging from his neck. The 1-2 pitch is outside for ball 2 on the sinker. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. 62% think the Dodgers will win it. So it keeps going lower and lower, the totals. 2-2 pitch is low for ball 3 on the changeup. Suddenly we got a full count after Betts was down on the count 0-2. The 3-2 pitch swung on in a high fly ball. This is going to be an out to third base. Left fielder coming up is Norbor for the out, for the catch. And now there's 2 outs in the 5th inning. And up comes Kyle Tucker. Tucker 0 for 1, grounded out in his first plate appearance. Again, each team only has 1 hit in this game. Pitch, here's a shot, a high fly ball. Back goes Chase, and it'll go foul in the corner. So Tucker thought he had something, so did I on that one. The ball just hooked at the last moment down the line. Oh, it was fouled by, about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. So the count is now 0-1 to Kyle Tucker. We're in the 5th inning and 2 outs. If you're enjoying the broadcast, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate the help. That'll get more people in by giving a thumbs up. Help the algorithms to get more people in watching this live feed. Pitch is way inside for ball 1. If you're really enjoying the broadcast, subscribe to the channel. I'll be here all year long bringing you Dodger baseball. The 1-1 count to Tucker. The pitch swung on in a high fly ball. Tucker throws his bat in disgust. Norbor comes in from the left field and makes the catch, and that'll be it for the Dodgers in the 5th inning. The score after 4.5 innings in Chase Field, Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks 0. And up for the Diamondbacks comes Tawa, McCann, and Waldschmidt. So wouldn't you know it, last night, Dodgers send out Roki. He pitches really well, but then Kelly's pitching a no-hitter going into the 6th inning. Dodgers finally get the lead, but then only have to have Edwin Diaz blow that game with a walk-off home run by Waldschmidt. And then tonight, Yamamoto's pitching a masterful game, only giving up 1 hit, and so is Pafont. Sometimes it just works out that way. You get a pitcher pitching a really good game and the other pitcher is up for the challenge, and we're involved in a pitching duel as we move into the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's take a quick look at Yamamoto's line through 4 complete innings. Yamamoto has only given up 1 hit, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. 2.68 ERA. And on the other side of the field for the D-backs, Pafont has only given up 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout with a 3.44 ERA. So up comes Tawa. Pitch is way outside for ball 1 on the cutter. This shows the Dodgers are way behind. Yeah, statistically they should have had 5 base runners at the end of the 5th. Pitch is swung on and missed. Thank you, D-Rock. Count is now 1-1 to Tawa. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed again on the cutter, and that count is now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, low for ball 2, 2-2 on the splitter. And the 2-2 pitch, swung on. There's a sharp, just ground ball by a diving Mookie Betts and into left field, picked up by Teoscar, and at first base safely is Tawa. So Tim Tawa blistered that sizzling shot just past a diving Mookie. He couldn't get to it. So Yamamoto's now thrown 63 pitches. He allows the leadoff man on with a base hit to left field, and up comes McCann. Let's see if the Dodgers can turn a double play. Diamondbacks have done it twice to the Dodgers at the hands of Freddie Freeman at the plate. Here's a bunt foul, trying to stay out of that double play, and it's 0-1 the count on the fastball, 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Yamamoto. So, no balls, 1 strike to McCann. 1 on. We're in the 5th inning in a no-score game. The 0-1 pitch, he tries a bunt again. They look over at third. Umpire's going to say no swing at the bunt, so it'll be now 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch is way outside on the cutter. Two balls, 1 strike to McCann. Yamamoto throws over there and Tawa dives back just under the tag of Freeman. Two and 1 the count to McCann. The pitch swung on. There's a shot. It's going to be right to Oh, nice catch by Teoscar running on. That looked like it was going to fall, and he just threw his glove out there, and it fell into the glove. Wonder if Teoscar was a little surprised he was able to get to that. At first, it looked like it was going to go up the alley, but Teoscar didn't give up on it, stuck out the glove at the last second and snagged it out of the air, and now there's 1 out and 1 on. So now Waldschmidt to the plate. Pitch swung on and missed. A big swing by Waldschmidt. That's the same swing he used last night to send everybody home with that 2-run walk-off home run at the bottom of the ninth. First inning, his first at-bat, he struck out. He's 0 for 1 in the evening. Runner, Tawa, short lead away from first. The 0-1 pitch way inside on the fastball, 97-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1. It's now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is low and inside. The splitter for 2 balls and 1 strike. Yamamoto's now thrown 70 pitches, 7-0. And we're in the 5th. 2 more outs Yamamoto needs to go to get the required number of innings to get a win. The pitch swung on and fouled away, back up into the stands. Two and two, the count to Waldschmidt. 1 out, 1 on. We're in the 5th inning. No score in this game. Pitch is way high. Fastball missing. It's now 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Waldschmidt. Let's see if the runner's going to try to get a jump. It happened to Pages, and he was over standing on second base when Freeman lined out to Arenado. Here's a throw over to first base to Freeman to make sure he doesn't get too big of a lead off there. The 3-2 pitch on the way is way inside. I think it hit him, and it did. Waldschmidt throws the bat in disgust. Yamamoto goes out to check on Waldschmidt. Waldschmidt doesn't give him any eye contact at all, taking off his glove and slams the bat down and now walks on over to first base. No, it caught him on the inside right forearm. Okay. So with that, Mark Pryor will come out and have a meeting at the mound with Fiducia and Yamamoto and discuss things, how they're going to pitch to Perdomo. 2 on, 1 out. We're in the 5th inning. Okay, so with 2 on, 1 out, Yamamoto now has got Perdomo to deal with. Perdomo's 0 for 2, 5th inning, no score. Diamondbacks, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Dodgers, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. The pitch on the way to Perdomo, swung on a high fly ball, foul, back and out of play on the slider, and it's now 0-1. Oh and 1 the count to Perdomo. 2 on, 1 out. Yamamoto's 75th pitch on the way. Taken for ball 1 on the fastball. So it's now a 1-1 count. They're going to have a little meeting at the mound. Something's going on. Umpire, Yamamoto, Fiducia. 1-1 count to Perdomo. Yamamoto's thrown 75 pitches. Maybe the communication device again. That's tripping him up. Let's see if they're going to hustle another one out there. And in a moment, we'll be ready to go. No score in this game. We're in the 5th inning. 2 on, 1 out for the Diamondbacks. Dodgers have only gotten 1 hit. The Diamondbacks just got a hit in this inning. They've got 2 hits. Yamamoto with 1 out. 2 on, trying to get out of this little jam that he's put on right now with Perdomo at the plate. Waiting on deck is Carroll. The 1-1 pitch. On the way, taken for a strike. He's immediately going to want to challenge that. I think he's going to lose that challenge too. Let's see. I think that was a strike. Right now it's 1-2. D-backs challenge, and it is a strike. So good. D-backs will lose the challenge. It'll remain a strike, and the count is now 1-2 to Perdomo. So D-backs have got to go to the rest of the game with only 1 more challenge left at the plate. Pitch is low on the cutter for 2-2. Perdomo 331 with runners in scoring position. Handle with care written all over him. Pitch is taken for called strike 3 on the wicked curveball. 79-mile-an-hour curveball gets him. So now there's 2 outs and 2 on. What a dandy of a curveball he broke off on that one. Perdomo didn't know what hit him. He just looked at that thing just drop whoop, right in the old breadbasket into So with 78 pitches thrown, Yamamoto now looks at Corbin Carroll coming in. Carroll walked in his first at-bat. Again, he was a big hero last night, robbing Edman of a home run in right field. The pitch is taken for a called strike 1. 97-mile-an-hour curveball. So Yamamoto's got quite a range. He's got that 78-mile-an-hour curveball and a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. It's been up to like 99 a couple of times, so he's got a good range working like Henriquez did last night. The 0-1 pitch is taken for a ball, and the cutter, it's now 1-1. Again, 2 on, 2 outs. Tawat second base, trying to motor around the bases and get something started. Here's a pitch, strike called. It's now 1-2 on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. That ball, if challenged, would have been a ball, that pitch. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carroll. 2 outs, we're in the 5th inning. The pitch taken outside on the splitter. And Yamamoto getting ready for his 83rd pitch. Remember, he's got to get him out right now in this pitch or the next to be able to come back comfortably in the next inning. That'll be the 7th inning. The pitch is taken for strike 3 on the fastball, 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and that'll do it for Corbin Carroll. And they're done are the Diamondbacks. And the score, after 5 complete, Yamamoto's now the pitcher of record. He stands to win it if the Dodgers can get something here. The score Dodgers 0 after 5 complete innings, Diamondbacks 0. I'll be right back after this very short, quick timeout. Back to live action. Pitch on the way to Tommy Edman is taken for called strike one on the curveball. 0-1. Tommy Edman grounded out in his first at bat. Again, we're in the 6th inning with no score. Both pitchers have really been having a standoff here, a dueling standoff. The 0-1 pitch to Edman is low and inside for ball 1. Buffon figured to have left a lot of guys on base, and Dodgers would have had an opportunity. Let's see if he starts to tire down. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. He's only thrown 65 pitches, and we're in the 6th inning, so he's done quite well at keeping his pitch count down. 1-2 to Tommy Edman. Leading off here in the 6th inning. The pitch way outside, a sweeper. The count is now 2-2. Pitch is taken low and outside for ball 3, and now Edman's one pitch away from getting walked. Let's see if he can get himself on. 3-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a high fly ball moving over in center field's Waldschmidt. Back to the warning track to make the catch. And there's one out. So nothing more than a long fly out. And with one out, up comes Teoscar. Problem here, Dodgers have been first ball swinging and make it outs and double plays and keeping Bufon's pitch count low. He's only thrown 68 pitches. The pitch, there's a first ball swinging and a high fly ball. It's going to be a big pop out. Moving over is the third baseman, Arenado, to make the catch in foul territory. And just like that, there's 2 outs for the Dodgers. And Buffon hasn't even thrown 70 pitches yet, and he's almost out of the 6th inning. He's thrown 69 pitches, and up comes Fiducia to the plate. On deck is Ohtani. He flew out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. And Bufon's 70th pitch is low. They're going to call that a strike. That was definitely a ball. Dodgers don't challenge. And it's 0-1 to Fiducia. Pitch is taken low again, and now he's going to challenge that one. So now he says enough is enough. I mean, I may not be the best hitter up there, but I'm not going to be punked around into taking 2 pitches that were not strikes, and that one clearly is a ball. This count should easily be 2-0. Instead, it was 0-2 until Fiducia stuck up for himself. Now it's 1-1. Let's see if the umpire gives him a better, honest strike zone. I think the ump's in a hurry to get out of here tonight. 1-1 pitch. This one's way low for ball 2. Should technically be ball 3. But we got to go with what we got. It's 2 balls, 1 strike to Fiducia. The pitch on the way is taken outside, a changeup for ball 3. That would have been a strike. So he got his gift back. That would have been a strike had they been using automatic strike zone. So it's 3-1. He's right where he should be. There's a high fly ball to Walshman. He's waiting right there for the catch. And that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 6th inning. D-backs are out of it. The score after 5.5, Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks 0. We move to the bottom of the 6th, and upcoming for the D-backs, it'll be Moreno, Marte, and Norbar. So there's no score in this game. Don't forget tomorrow's game, 1:10 start time, earlier start time, a normal Sunday start time actually, but earlier than the rest of this week's games have been. After tomorrow's game, Dodgers return home to LA, Dodger Stadium, to take on the Royals for 3 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then the big 4-game homestand versus the Milwaukee Brewers. That indeed looks to be a playoff preview right there. The Brewers have 72 wins, 44 losses. Dodgers still stuck on 69 wins and 47 losses. Let's see how they fare out by the time the Royals, this series is over and the Royals series is over, when the 2 teams meet in LA. So Yamamoto goes out there for the 6th inning of work. That's how far he got last time. He threw 103 pitches and finished 6 innings. He's now thrown 83 pitches and breaks off a wicked 76-mile-an-hour curveball for a strike to Gabriel Moreno. Moreno is 1 for 3 with a single. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back and out of play on the fastball, 97 mile an hour. Now with the count being 0-2, Moreno's going to step out and take a little walk and a couple of practice swings. Yamamoto's now thrown 85 pitches in this game. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and fouled away. And the 0-2 pitch from Yamamoto, swung on and shot, lifted into left field for a base hit. Moreno's aboard, lined just over the heads of Muncy and Betts, and a leadoff hitter's aboard, and up comes Marte. the second baseman. So the Dodgers have yet to get the D-backs to hit into a double play. Let's see if they can do it now. Now is a good time to shut them down. Pitch is taken for called strike one on the cutter. Marte 0 for 1, walked, hitting .246, 19 ribbies, 19 home runs. The 0-1 pitch inside and the sinker for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yamamoto's next pitch will be his 90th pitch. The 1-1 pitch, way outside for ball 2. Marte, left-hand hitter out of the Dominican Republic, facing the pitcher from Japan. The pitch is taken for a called strike 2 on the fastball, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So 2-2 now the count to Marte. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled away. So we got a man on the mound from Japan, guy at the plate from Dominican Republic, a man at first base, and Moreno from Venezuela. Truly an international flavor game of baseball. You gotta love it. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled away. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Yamamoto's 93rd pitch. Remember, he threw 103 pitches in 6 innings in his last start. And he's about on that schedule right now, unless he can make quick work of Marte right here on this next pitch. Way high and out of the strike zone on the curveball, and the count is now full at 3-2. Norbar waiting on deck. The 3-2 pitch on the way is way outside for ball 4, and now Yamamoto's got 2 men on and no outs. He's thrown 95 pitches, and up comes Norbar. And there's no outs. Let's see, Pryor's on the first step of the dugout. Is he going to go and have a meeting at the mound? Fiducia is now going out there to talk to Yamamoto. Evan Phillips warming up for the Dodgers, right-hander in the bullpen. Again, no score. We're in the 6th inning. Diamondbacks, no runs, 3 hits and no errors. The Dodgers, no runs, 1 hit and no errors. Lars Norbar comes in 0 for 2, ground out and struck out. Facing Yamamoto, who's about ready to throw his 96th pitch in this game. So 2 on, no outs for the D-backs. Moreno at second base, scoring position. Yamamoto checks Moreno at first, deals to the plate. It's way inside on the cutter for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch is swung on and missed. Nice big swing on the cutter, and it's now 1-1. Nootbaar last night was the DH. Tonight he's in left field. Moreno's the DH, and he's standing at second base. 1-1 the count to Nootbaar. Moreno looks in as Yamamoto throws his 98th pitch and swung on, and Nootbaar swings so hard he hit himself with that pitch, fouled off of him. Now he's going to limp away. Yamamoto's now thrown 98 pitches. Let's take a look at that again. Big swing by Nootbaar, and right off of the right lead thigh. Now the trainer is going to come out and look at him, and he's trying to walk it off. He's just staying still, not moving at all, and rubbing it. So the count is 1-2 to Nootbaar. Yamamoto's thrown 98 pitches. He doesn't have anybody out, but he's got 2 men on base. We're in the 6th inning with no score. Okay, so Nootbaar's kind of shook it off, and he's ready to get up there now and go for it. The 1-2 pitch on the way is low, and its count is now 2-2. Yamamoto's next pitch will be his 100th pitch. Let's see what he's going to do with it. Pitch is swung on. There's a little ground ball hit nice to Tommy Edmonds as he snags it for the line out. There's now 1 out on Yamamoto's 100th pitch. So we got 1 out now, 2 still on. Edmond quickly looked over at first to see if he could double up the guy at first, and he was diving back. So now let's see what they're going to do. Evan Phillips continues to warm up in the Dodger bullpen. 1 out now, and up comes Nolan Arenado. That same man that's been a thorn in the Dodgers side. Hit a solo home run in last night's game. And he's up there right now with a chance to hurt him. The pitch is low for ball 1 on the cutter. One ball, no strikes to Nolan Arenado, taken for a strike. 97-mile-an-hour fastball on his 102nd pitch by Yamamoto. This next pitch will be his 103rd and tie the number he threw in his last start in 6 innings of work. The pitch swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 1-2 on the sinker. Arenado continues to hang tough at the plate. Waiting on deck, Tim Tawa. 1-2 the count. Pitch is way inside on the splitter for ball 2. So the Dodgers on a 7-game losing streak. Their ace of their pitching squad, I would say between him and Skubal, but he's now thrown 104 pitches. It's a 2-2 count to Arenado in the 6th inning. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch is way high for ball 3. And now it's getting dicey here. 105 pitches Yamamoto's thrown. Getting a little bit edgy, you're right, D-Rock. Indeed, a little bit edgy, to say the least. A 3-2 count to Yamamoto. To Arenado from Yamamoto. Yamamoto's thrown 105 pitches. The pitch swung on and fouled away. So Arenado's been a pain in the side, a thorn that just won't go away. making Yamamoto pitch and pitch more pitches after more. He's already thrown 106 pitches. No sign of old Doc Roberts to come out of the dugout to get him. 3-2 count. It's giving Yamamoto every chance to get out of this, and understandably so. Pitcher's a high, lazy fly ball, so he's gonna get him. Waiting, coming in is Teoscar. He's there. He's got it for the second out on the 107th pitch by Yamamoto, and now old Doc Roberts is coming out of the dugout with a hook. So that'll do it. Evan Phillips will now be called upon to pitch to Tim Tawa. There's 2 outs. We're in the 6th inning, 2 on, and Yamamoto pitched 107 pitches. Pitched his heart out. Let's look at the 2 men on base. Remember, or his, but let's just look at his work here as he now leaves to a nice rounding applause by the Dodger fans that are in attendance. Keep in mind those 2 guys on base belong to Yamamoto, pending on what Evan Phillips does. But as of now, he pitched 5 2/3 innings. That's not going to change. Gave up 3 hits. That won't change. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. So that's solidified. Almost got the bonus jack single-handedly by himself. He didn't allow any runs, but that could change. He could allow those 2 runs to score. That'll be on him. And he leaves with a ERA of 2.65. So a nice 107 innings of work, pitches, 107 innings, 107 pitches by Yamamoto. He gave it his best out there, trying to single-handedly carry the Dodgers to victory, but if you don't score any runs, can only do so much, is what I'm trying to say. On the other side, a masterful pitch game by Buffon. He has pitched 6 innings, allowed 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 1 hit. He's pitching a 1-hitter. Remember, the Dodgers had not gotten a hit into the 5th inning last night. Suddenly got a run in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th. Dodgers have already batted in the 6th and didn't get anything. So up comes Evan Phillips. Back to live action. Tim Tawa to the plate. He's 1 for 2. 2 men on, 2 outs. A pitch swung on and fouled off the mask of Fiducia, and he's going to have to take a standing 8 count on that one. That one just swung off of the bat of Tawa and boom, right into the mask of Fiducia. Got to check. Wow. You know what I wonder? If there's ever been a study of former catchers in CET. We know all about football players, but what about catchers? That is a good one if there's ever been a study out there on that. Anyways, the count is now 0-1 to Tim Tawa. The pitch is low for ball 1. Tim Tawa this season versus the Dodgers, 10 for 21, 2 home runs, 7 ribbies with a 1.357 on-base percentage. Incredible. This is the guy you cannot allow to burn you. And I now see why Doc wanted a fresh horse in there. Pitch is swung on and missed on an 87-mile-an-hour sweeper, and the count's now 1-2, and Phillips is 1 strike away from getting the Dodgers out of this jam. Okay, so a man who has worn out the Dodgers in scoring position is at the plate now. Handle with care. Pitch is a fastball. It's a high fly ball waiting. There's Tucker. He's going to get out of it, and down he goes on a nice job. And they show a shot of Yamamoto in the Dodger dugout giving him a standing ovation. The score after 6 complete innings from Chase Field in Arizona. Diamondbacks 0, Dodgers 0, and up comes the top of the Dodger order. Ohtani, Pages, and Freeman. And with that, I'm going to step aside for a real quick timeout. It's time for another life slower, take a break now. Another life slower to be right back. Giving you Okay, back to live action as we move to the 7th inning. Ohtani coming up facing, and they still got him in their Pafont, no doubt. Let's see what D-Rock's got. You heard a sports commentary saying starting pitchers have anywhere from 4 to 5 different pitchers, while relievers normally have 2. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So they tend to concentrate on, just because I guess they're not in there for that long of a stint, just come back and just roar back and fire. Makes sense. Interesting. Never thought of that. Okay, so Ohtani, thanks for that bit of trivia there, or information. D-Rock pitches swung on and fouled away in the changeup. Ohtani has now 0-1 count. 0 for 2, ground out and a fly out. The art of specialty, that's what it comes down to. D-Rock swung on and fouled away, so I guess these pitchers feel if I'm only going to be in there for 1 or 2 innings, I'm just going to try to really hone my craft on these 2 pitches and just let her rip. Whereas if you're going to be in there for 5 or 6 or even 7 innings, you want to have a little bit more cards in your deck. The 0-2 pitch is taken for ball 1. So the count is now 1-2 to Ohtani. Swung on and missed. A big swing and a miss by Ohtani. And he strikes out on that. And Pafont's only thrown 78 pitches. So quite a contrast. Yamamoto pitched not even a full 6 innings and threw over 107 pitches. And here Pafont's now in the 7th inning, and he's only thrown 78. Pitch to Pages is taken for called strike 1 on the sinker. Oh, 0-1 the count to Pages. The pitch to Pages is high, fastball. So the count is now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Taken for a called strike 2 on the sinker. So at least Pages showing a little bit of discipline here, making Pafont work. Dodgers have been too eagerly aggressive. First ball swinging, that's why his pitch count's so low. The 1-2 pitch is taken low for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Dodgers only have 1 hit. And Cedar wounds in, says hi. Welcome in, Cedar. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to Arenado. Gloves it nicely, throws on the run, and not nearly in time. So Pages hustling down the line to leg it out, and he's on base. I believe that's a 2nd time he's legged it out at first base, and it was both times hit to Arenado. If I'm not mistaken, he's the one that Arenado did a 360 pirouette the first time. This time it was a snow cone out of the glove, and Arenado threw on the run, and just a little too late. Okay, so now Freddie Freeman has been the kryptonite for the Dodgers. Double ground, hitting into 2 double plays when Pages has been aboard. Here's the pitch, swung on and a high fly ball. Well, he won't hit a double play here. In comes Nootbaar and left to make the catch. There's now 2 outs in the 7th. Pages slowly jogs back to first base, and with 2 outs, 7th inning, up comes Muncy. So Cedar says hi and quickly retracts the hi. We got Muncy, who struck out and grounded out. 2 outs in the 7th. No score. Dodgers only have 1 hit. Check that. 2 hits, and both of them have been by Pages. Okay, that's right. And both of them have been leg singles. Yeah, both of them have been hit to Arenado, and he's legged it out for their only 2 hits. unusual stat right there. First ball, this ball's inside to Muncy. In the bullpen is Alex Vesia warming up. The 1-0 pitch swung on, a big swing and a miss on the changeup, and it's now 1-1. Meanwhile, for the Diamondbacks, they got Brendan Garcia warming up. The 1-1 count to Muncy. The pitch is swung on and missed on the changeup. It's now 1-2. And the Dodgers are one strike away from blowing another opportunity with Pages on deck, on base. Twice Pages has gotten on leg singles hit to Arenado. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Muncy is a sharp ground ball hit down to the first baseman. They're going to say foul, and Tawa's not happy at all on that. Umpire was fanatic on that ball being foul. There was a shot, and Tim Tawa, by the time he picked it up, he said, no, foul, foul, foul. And Tawa gave him the cold death stare. And now back up into the box to swing away is Muncy again. The count is 1-2. Pages at first. 2 outs. We're in the 7th. No score. Paffont's now thrown 89 pitches. The pitch is high for ball 2. He's now 2-2 to Muncy. The next pitch will be Paffont's 90th pitch. "64% say Dodgers will win it" in the chat. Here's a throwdown. They're going to go to Pages, and he's stolen it. The ball gets away from Perdomo, and Pages is in scoring position, and the count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Muncy. Okay, so Pages trying to single-handedly carry the Dodgers to victory here. He's gotten 2 leg hits, and now he steals a base. Is he scoring position? Let's see what Muncy, need a little help. Come on, Muncy. The 3-2 pitch is low and in the dirt, ball 4, and Muncy is aboard. So Pafont now may be starting to tire after 91 pitches, and looks like he's going to come out with a hook as and Betts is coming up. But before that, we might very well have a pitching change. Mookie Betts waiting on deck and a meeting at the mound. This is the most pitches that the Dodgers have made him pitch. Actually, he pitched 18. This inning, he's pitched 17. All the rest of the innings, he's pitched like 12 and 9 and 12. And so this is the second most pitches he's pitched in an inning right here, and Mookie Betts is coming up to the plate. So Mookie's 0 for 2, grounded out and flied out. Looks like Paffont's going to be allowed to stay in. He's only pitched, I say only, 91 pitches because we're in the 7th inning. That gets an only. See, if we were in the 5th inning and he pitched 91, I wouldn't be saying only. Here we go. Pitch on the way is taken way outside for ball 1. Pages staying at second base, looking away. The 1-0 pitch swung on. There's a sharp ground ball hit to Perdomo. He's going to go the short way and get him out. Muncy collides with the second baseman a little bit, and they both pat each other on the back. Meant no harm, no foul, and everything's good. Marte and Muncy kind of bumped on that. Could have been something started, but each player let them know, hey, everything's cool, let's let it go, and they did. So that'll do it for the Dodgers in the top half of the 7th. The score Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks 0, and up comes McCann, Waldschmidt, and Perdomo, the top of the order for the D-backs in the bottom of the 7th. And coming in to pitch to him will be Alex Vesia from the bullpen. So the Dodgers have used 3 pitchers. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks up to now have gone with 1 the whole way. Don't forget tomorrow's game, an earlier start, 1:10 start time in Arizona and LA, same time zone. And then on Monday, Dodgers have a 7-game homestand facing the Royals for 3, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the big series, the big one, the preview of the playoffs, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Milwaukee Brewers. The team with the most wins in baseball at 72. Dodgers have 69. That's going to be a series right there to see. So a big, important 7-game homestand coming up for the Dodgers. Win, lose, or draw in this game. Trying to snap a 7-game losing streak. They only have 2 hits in this entire game. Diamondbacks only have 3. But the 2 hits for the Dodgers, they've been by the same man, Paez, who's legged out the singles twice, hit to Arenado, and that's it. Dodgers haven't even hit the ball out of the infield as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. So Vesia comes in. He's appeared in 50 games, a 1-1 record, 3.03 ERA, 53 strikeouts, 25 walks, and 2 home runs allowed in 38.2 innings of work. So Vesia now coming up. Brandon Pafont, looks like it'll be called an evening for him after 93 pitches and 7 innings of work. He only gave up 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Pitches taken inside. And let's see, there's going to now be a challenge immediately. Dodgers challenge, and it is indeed going to be a strike. So instead of 1-0, it's 0-1 to start off to McCann. So nice challenge by Fiducia at the plate. The 0-1 pitch is high. Fastball for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. James McCann is 0 for 2 in this evening. The 1-1 pitch taken inside for ball 2. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. No challenge. That would have been a strike. Dodgers have still have 2 challenges left. D-backs are down to their last challenge. We're in the 7th inning and a no-score game. Pitch is low for ball 3. No outs. We're in the 7th. Let's go, Vesia. Let's get it together. You cannot walk the opening guy of an inning, especially this late in the game. Three balls, 1 strike. The pitch high for ball 4, and he walked the opening guy of the inning. The cardinal sin of unwritten cardinal sin of baseball. So he got 7th inning, 1 on. He's only thrown 5 pitches, and he walked the man. And up comes Waldschmidt, the hero of the game last night, with a 2-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th. And he's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch to get on base. And the pitch is high for ball 1. And the fastball, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Actually, they're going to count that a strike. So they're going to record it as a strike. So there's a gift. Vesia got 1 back that he lost earlier. So the count is now 0-1. Pitch is a high fly ball. Okay, so he'll get an out here. Paez coming up. He's there. He's got it. Okay, 1 out now. All right, let's buckle down. You got 1 out. Now top of the order, Perdomo coming up. Time to shoot 2. Dodgers have yet to get a double play out of these D-backs in the series. Perdomo 0 for 3 with a strikeout. All that was against Yamamoto. Throw that out the window. We got a new pitcher in the game, Vesia. Pitch is taken low. A slider for ball 1. No, yeah, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Perdomo. 1 out, 7th inning, 1 on. Waiting on deck, Corbin Carroll. Pitcher's a high fly ball foul back and out of play. One and 0 count to Perdomo. The pitch is way inside for ball 2, and the slider missing. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, no score in this game. We're in the 7th inning and a pitching duel, to say the least. Dodgers only have 2 hits, and they're both by Paez, and they're both leg infield singles. The D-backs have 3 hits. And those were all off of Yamamoto. Corbin Carroll on deck. 1 out, 1 on. Vesia on the verge of walking him, and he does just that. Pitches way outside for ball 4, and Perdomo's aboard, and up comes that little pain in the side, Corbin Carroll. I call him that because he robbed Edmund of a home run yesterday, and he's been aggressively playing very hard, a hustle player, and he tends to make things happen for the D-backs. So take that as a compliment, Corbin. If you're a pain in the neck and the side of the Dodgers, you're doing things well. Okay, so now there's a meeting at the mound with Pryor and Vesia, getting things together, how they're going to pitch to Corbin. Vesia's thrown 12 pitches. There's 2 men on, 1 out, and Carroll to the plate. Corbin Carroll 0 for 2 and a walk, hitting .241, 16 home runs and 53 ribbies. Swinging in lefty on lefty action right here, right now. The pitch is taken fastball for ball 1 outside. So Corbin Carroll has a really impressive record against left-hand pitchers. Pitch on the way is way high, fastball missing, and the count is now 2-0. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, and it'll be what? Moving over is Muncy at third. He's got a chance. He's got it. Nice catch in foul territory to get out Corbin Carroll. And there's now 2 outs and 2 on. That's a big out right there. And up comes Moreno. So Vesia now has a little bit more spring in his step with that ball being caught. And now he knows he's just got to concentrate on getting the man at the plate and get out of this inning. Let's go, Vesia. You walk the opening man to start this inning. That's why you're finding yourself in this trouble. He's thrown 15 pitches. He's gotten 2 outs. He's got 2 on, and Gabriel Moreno comes up hitting 2 for 3 with 2 singles. So you're going to look at it like, oh, Moreno's already had his 2 hits for the game. He's not going to get one here, can he? Let's see what Vesia is going to serve up. Pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the fastball. So the count is now 0-1 to Moreno. Moreno hitting .246 with runners in scoring position, 0 for 7 tonight. Or the D-backs. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away. And it's now 0-2. Now Vesia starting to really feel the confidence. Hey, I just got to strike this guy out in this one pitch. All I need is one pitch. Let me come up with my best pitch right here. Like D-Rock says, he's got one of two pitches he's going to throw. Let's see if he chooses the right one. The 0-2 pitch. High fastball for ball one. Okay, so he tried to get a little bit more mustard on it. When that happens, again, the pitches tend to soar a little bit higher, particularly on a fastball. So the ball's down one. The count is 1-2. Again, 7th inning, 2 on, 2 outs. McCain away from second base. Vesia's pitch swung on and fouled back. Count remains 1-2 on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. The next pitch will be Vesia's 20th pitch of the inning. If you joined us a little late, you really haven't missed, obviously, any scoring. 0-0. Dodgers have only 2 hits. They've both been leg hits by Pages, hitting them both to Arenado, and Pages legged them out. Aside from that, Diamondbacks have 3 hits. And now they have a chance to score here. The 1-2, it's a check swing. It'll foul off at the plate and maybe take a piece of Fiducia behind the plate, checking his teeth, making sure they're all still there. Let's see where the ball hit. Oh, so it hit on the check swing off of the bat on the dirt and up to the throat area of Fiducia. No wonder he's checking his teeth. Spitting out, seeing if he's spitting blood. It's a 1-2 count to Moreno. It's a tough way to make a living right there. They now have that shin guard that hangs down, but nothing to carry underneath if a ball comes underneath like that. So the 1-2 pitch swung on again and fouled away on the fastball. Those catchers, they're like goalies of hockey, just get manhandled by pitches and pucks right off of the head. A wicked job, to say the least. No wonder the catching tools are called, the catching gear is called the tool of ignorance. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled away and out of play on the changeup. 84-mile-an-hour changeup, and Vesia getting ready for his 23rd pitch. 2 outs. We're in the 7th. And Moreno's hanging tough. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Way high for ball 2. Fastball, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Which again, trying to get a little bit extra heat on that thing. And it soars high. So let's go. 2-2. Pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the backstop. That was D-Rock's position, a catcher. So now it explains why he knows the intricacies of a pitcher. 2-2 count to Moreno. Pitches. He's taken 9 pitches himself off of Vesia. The 2-2 pitch. 2 on, 2 out. 7th inning, no score. Swung on and missed on the high-riding fastball. That would have been ball 3, and down goes Moreno. He couldn't resist the high-riding fastball, and Vesia knew it as he blazed one past him. The score after 7 complete innings from Chase Field in Arizona. Dodgers 0, Diamondbacks 0, and up comes Tucker, Edman, and Teoscar Hernandez for the Dodgers. And let's see if we're getting a new pitcher for the D-backs, something maybe the Dodgers can sink their teeth into. Again, yesterday they had a hard time with Kelly, couldn't hit him. Finally got one little hit off of him. They didn't get any runs off of him. And then the floodgates opened up once they got the relief pitcher in there. Dodgers scoring 3 runs off the relievers. Let's see if they can return the favor again tonight. I think they're going to go into their bullpen. Buffon's gone as far as he can go in 93 pitches. As we move to the 8th inning. So the game is now 2 hours and 15 minutes old. You know, D-Rock, there's something to be a catcher. Those are the ones that were said that make the best managers for whatever reason. If you think and look back on it, Yogi Berra, Mike Scioscia, a whole list of them, that catchers that for whatever reason tend to be really good managers. Okay, so back to live action. As there will be a new pitcher, and that new pitcher will be let's see, Logasanya, how do you pronounce that? Loaiza, that's a different way to spell Loaiza. Jonathan Loaiza coming in. So Loaiza's pitch on the way to Tucker is taken low. Fastball, 99 mile an hour. Fastball down near the ankles for ball 1. 0-2 is Tucker. Ground out and a fly out. Loaiza. I remember Esteban Loaiza played for the Pirates years ago. He spelled his name totally different than Jonathan. There's a high fly ball hit by Tucker. Back goes Corbin, away back to the wall. It's gone! And Corbin couldn't get just one as the Dodgers finally break the seal with a run. So bang the gong, bang the drums, the Dodgers are alive. So that ball travels 366 feet, and it does the job. Well, it wasn't a 420 shot like Paez was yesterday. It still counts in the scorebook, but none the same. They pan over to Buffon, who's looking stony silence on that one. So the Dodgers lead 1-0, trying to desperately break a 7-game losing streak. The first pitch hitting Edman, and it's a pop-up. It'll be caught way out there by Perdomo in shallow center field. And Loaiza comes in here and serves up 2 pitches, and boom, one of them winds up in left field for the home run. So Tucker, let's see if the Dodgers can make that stand up. You only got 6 outs to get, and you guys can break the 7-game losing streak, and Tucker will be the hero of the game. Come on, let's see if the Dodgers can do it. Meanwhile, Hernandez comes up now with 1 out in the 8th. Dodgers got 1 run. The pitch swung on and fouled away and out of play. And Jerry's in the chat. Welcome in, Jerry. He's saying the Dodgers don't play hard during the real season. Save it for the playoffs? Question mark. Well, they had a 7-game losing streak last year and survived it, and now they're trying to do it the same. There's a pitch taken for called strike 2 to Hernandez, and the count is now 0-2. In fact, the Dodgers' 7-game losing streak was about this time, the first week of August. The pitch on the way is swung on and fouled away, maybe coming off of that All-Star break for whatever reason, a week or two after it. Who knows? They came out playing quite well, winning the first three series against the Yankees, Mets, and Phillies. And then they started to hit the skid. They played well against. They also beat the Mariners. So won the first four series, and then they hit the skids with the Red Sox. Pitch on the way is way high to Teoscar for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the 6th inning, and this game has suddenly gotten a whole lot interesting on that towering home run by Tucker. The changeup is now fouled away. 1-2 the count remains by Teoscar. One ball, 2 strikes. Dodgers waking up here with their 3rd hit of the game, and that wound up in the left field seats for a 1-0 lead. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled away by Hernandez on the cutter. Let's check where Jonathan Loaiza's from. He's from Nicaragua, Managua, Nicaragua, a tough place. Managua, Nicaragua. So that ball was hit to Nicaragua as Tucker rounded. There's a sharp base hit whacked into left field, and Teoscar's aboard. So a little bit of international flavor on that at bat. And up comes Fiducia, the catcher, and waiting on deck is Ohtani. So with 1 on, 1 out, Loaiza's now facing Fiducia at the plate. He's thrown 10 pitches. He's allowed 2 hits. That's more hits than, the same number of hits that Buffon allowed the whole game. He was in there. 7 innings. So Loaiza's done in 11 pitches what it took Buffon 7 innings to do. Pitch is way low, 99-mile-an-hour sinker for 1-1 count. One and one the count to Fiducia. The pitch on the way is swung on and missed. They throw over quickly, and back to first base is Teoscar. One ball, 2 strikes to Fiducia. Waiting on deck is Ohtani. Only thing I'm asking is don't hit into a double play. Give Ohtani a chance. I think Ohtani can do something off of Loaiza. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. 1-2 the count remains. Dodgers have hit into 2 double plays in this game, both of them by Freddie Freeman. 1-2 the count. 1-0 Dodgers lead, swung on and fouled away. Dodgers on the heels of a 1-0 lead on the riding on that Kyle Tucker home run to left field. And now suddenly the next man up is Teoscar. He hits a base hit. And he's on first. 1-2 the count. Swung on, there's a line shot, base hit, whacked into left field of his own, and now we got 2 men on, and up comes Ohtani. So 2 on, 1 out. This is kind of what the D-backs had in their half of the inning, and Vesia was able to muscle himself out of it. Little different story though. D-backs didn't get any runs. Now they're playing with house money, and I think the pitching coach is now coming out. He's just seen Loaiza burn the house down that it took Buffon 7 innings to build. And Loaiza's taking the torch to it. So now Jerry's upping the stakes, wants the Dodgers to win by 2 to show they're back. Okay. Remember, Jerry, it all counts are the same in the scorebook, but I hear you. Kind of like football, where you try to go for 2 instead of that extra point, just to have one more point in there. Okay, back to live action. Ohtani to the plate. Hernandez away from second. 1 on, 2 on, 1 out. Pitch is fouled away by Ohtani. Bit of international flavor happening here. We got a man from Japan at the plate, a man from Nicaragua on the mound, another guy from Dominican Republic and Hernandez at second, and Fiducia from America on first. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Ohtani. Way high for ball 1 and the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. So the count is 1-1. I can see the gleam in Ohtani's eyes. He's now honing in on something. He's got the gleam. The 1-1 pitch, way inside on the fastball, on the cutter, check that, for 2-1. So Tucker got things started here with a big home run in left field, in right field, to get the Dodgers on the scoreboard, followed by a base hit by Hernandez, swung on and fouled away. Fiducia even got a hit. I believe that's his second since he's been back as a Dodger. It's happening, it's all the way happening for the Dodgers right now. 2-2 count. The pitch, there's a ground ball foul on the changeup. Two and two, the count to Ohtani. 1 out, 2 on. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Remember, last night the Dodgers had a 3-2 lead going into the 9th inning, and Waldschmidt ruined that with a 2-run home run, walk-off home run for the D-backs to win it. 4-3. Let's see if the Dodgers can get some insurance. Now, off of the mound and throwing over to second base is Loaiza to make sure Hernandez doesn't get too big of a leadoff. Two and two, the count to Ohtani. 1 out. We're in the 8th inning. Dodgers finally scored to get a lead here. And one of the things in that 7-game losing streak, they really haven't had the lead for very long. Pitches. Now they're going to throw over to second again to Hernandez, making sure he's back. Hernandez with a big laugh, laughing all the way, as a Perdomo applying the tag. Perdomo from the Dominican Republic, fellow countryman of Hernandez. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. That's why they're having a bit of laughs and giggles. Both men from the same country. So the count remains 2-2 to Ohtani. He's had 7 pitches in this bat. 1 out. He's making Loaiza work. Loaiza's thrown 23 pitches, and 2 or 3 of those throws over to the bases to keep the runners close. Pitch on the way is low and in the dirt for ball 3 on the changeup. We got Paez, a man from Cuba, waiting on deck. We may have a man from every single country on the base if Ohtani gets a walk here. Let's see what you're going to do, Loaiza. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and down goes Ohtani on a big swing. Might have been ball 4, but nevertheless, it's 2 outs, and up comes Paez. Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. Kyle Tucker in this inning hit that home run to get the Dodgers the lead, and that's where we're at right now. So it's up to Andy Pages right now. He's 2 for 2. Remember, he hit those 2-leg singles, both of them, to Arenado earlier in the game. He hasn't hit the ball out of the infield, but he's legged it out. 2 outs. We're in the 8th inning. Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. Pitch is way outside. And the 98-mile-an-hour pitch. Pages is hitting .343 this season with runners in scoring position. 9 home runs he's gotten. That's the man you want to have at the plate right now. Against a pitcher that's a little shaky too. This pitch is way inside, a 98-mile-an-hour sinker that Pages has to step back away from getting hit on. Waiting on deck is Freddie Freeman. 2 balls and no strikes to Pages. We're in the 8th with 2 outs. Hernandez away from second. Loaiza to the bound. Oh, swung on and missed. That ball was way outside. He swung at ball 3. The count is now 2-1. Little bit anxious there was Pages. So if he doesn't swing, that would easily have been ball 3, but got to deal with what was actually happening here. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Loaiza's thrown 28 pitches in this inning. He's looking for a little bit of help, and help I mean by guys pitching that pitches way out of the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. His 29th pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play, and now the count is 2-2. So that's just baseball. You know, you got the guy in the ropes on a 2-0 count. You swing wildly at a pitch that was clearly a ball. Now you foul the next one off, and now it's 2-2. And the pitch on the way swung on way out of the strike zone, and down goes Pages. So that'll do it for the Dodgers on this Loaiza's 30th pitch of the inning. But take solace in the Dodgers. Take the lead, and as Tucker gets a sunflower seed shower in the dugout after hitting the home run to put the Dodgers in the lead. The score after 7.5 innings in Chase Field: Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. And coming up now for the Diamondbacks will be Marte, Nootbaar, and Arenado. Let's see who the Dodgers are going to send out. No way do they send Vesey out there. He threw quite a few pitches and was quite fortunate to get out of that 7th inning. So I'm looking to see a new pitcher coming in now. Fresh horse. Okay, now Jerry's got 5 on the run line. So now it explains why he wants that extra run, that insurance. And right there, Dodgers had a chance for that insurance and didn't get it. We move to the bottom of the 8th. Dodgers will have one more shot to get you that 2-run win. Jerry, hang in there. Don't go away. And it'll be Kyle Hurt coming in. Hurt in his last performance was quite impressive, throwing some smoke out there, getting the men out. So he did his job in his last outing. So Vesia did his job. He did what was asked of him. Loaiza, on the other hand, his second pitch, boom, wound up in left field, or right field, on the bat of Kyle Tucker, and gives the Dodgers the 1-0 lead that they're clinging to now as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. In comes Kyle Hurt. 35 games, he's got a 3-1 record, 4.66 ERA. The pitch on the way is swung on. There's a little ground ball hit sharply down to Edman. Gloves it cleanly, throws over to Freddie Freeman for out number 1. Okay, so 5 more of those needed, and the Dodgers are out of here with a victory. So with Marte's first ball swinging and going out, up comes Nootbaar to the plate. Nootbaar is 0 for 3, lined out in the 6. Nootbaar from the name Lars Nootbaar, he's Danish. Pitch on the way is taking the changeup. Tanner Scott now warming up in the bullpen. That same Tanner Scott that gave up. No, it was not him. It was Diaz that gave up the 2-run home run last night. Here's a high fly ball. Waiting for it is Teoscar in left field for the out. So Kyle Hurt, 3 pitches, he's gotten 2 outs. Nicely done. Okay, now comes Nolan Arenado. Handle with care to Arenado. He can jump up and snake bite you at any time, and he's done it. 0 for 3 tonight. A fly out, a foul out, and 2 flyouts. Hit that leadoff home run, leadoff of the inning on the first pitch in last night's game to get the Diamondbacks off and running. That was in the 2nd inning. So handle with care, Nolan Arenado. Pitch is low on the fastball for ball 1. We're in the 8th inning. Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. That coming on a solo home run by Kyle Tucker in the top of the 8th. Pitch, there's a line shot, and it lands in front of Teoscar for a base hit. So just like that, Nolan Arenado is aboard, and you knew he wasn't going to go down quietly. So he's on base. And now you got to deal with Tawa. Tim Tawa coming up. Old veterans like Nolan Arenado don't die easy. And now they're going to take him out for a pinch runner. And it may be Barrios. So Vargas is the pinch runner. Pitch is taken a changeup. For ball 1. Kyle Hurt trying to bear down and take out Tawa after giving up a base hit to Arenado. 1 on, 2 outs. Pitch is outside, fastball just missing, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And now in situations like this, you got to make sure the pitcher doesn't start to lose it. Pitch is way high out of the strike zone for ball 3. We saw this happen to Yamamoto a couple of times. You start getting a little sloppy, and next thing you know, you walk a guy. It's ball 3-0 now, the count. The 3-0 pitch is way high out of the strike zone, and he's walked Tim Tawa. Not sure how much he really wanted of Tim Tawa, but now the tying run moves to second base and Vargas. And up comes McCann. Pryor is now going to step out and have a few words with Hurt on the mound. So Kyle Hurt was cruising along with 3 pitches and 2 outs. And now suddenly after 9 pitches, he's got 2 men on and 2 outs. And up comes McCain to the mound. That just goes to illustrate how quickly in baseball things can change. With no only thing being a pitch clock, you don't have a game clock. A game can switch and on a dime, and as you just saw it right there. Okay, so now he's got new life. He's facing a new guy. Just bear down and concentrate on McCann. He's 0 for 2 this evening. He's not the big gun like a Tawa or a Arenado. He's McCann. He can be taken out, although he's hitting .297. 4 home runs and 21 ribbies. Vargas gets a lead away from second. The pitch is taken for ball one on the slider. Count is now 1-0 to James McCann. He's hitting .519 with runners in scoring position. So maybe I was underestimating him. Handle with care, swung on and missed on the changeup. And the count is now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, and Hurt is one strike away from getting out of this little jam he's put himself in. Okay, so he's got a man up there, and McCann, decorative, all kinds of stats behind him. 500, hitting a .512 with runners in scoring position. He's got a man in Vargas at second in scoring position. The 1-2 pitch, way high. Did it hit him? No, and the count is now 2-2. Came very close to hitting him. So now the count's 2-2. Hurt has thrown 13 pitches. And 10 pitches ago, he was cruising, laughing and giggling, only throwing 3 pitches and had 2 outs. And suddenly now he's got a 2-2 count with 2 men on. The pitch, way high, and the count is now full, 3-2. Let's go, Hurt. 3-2 the count, and Waldschmidt waiting on deck. The hero of the game last night, waiting on deck for his swings. Dodgers got to leave him on deck and get McCann now. Pitch is low, ball 4, and up comes Waldschmidt. So the bases are loaded, and Hurt has dug his own hole. And out comes Doc Roberts to the mound right now with a hook to get Hurt. So Hurt threw 15 pitches, got 2 out on 3 pitches, and suddenly those last 12 have gone in the opposite direction, giving up a base hit to Arenado and a walk, 2 walks. So a base hit and 2 walks, and the bases are loaded, and out comes Tanner Scott. They're calling for Scott from the bullpen. Okay. Dodgers being the Dodgers. Jerry, you couldn't have said it any better. In a hurry, Jerry. Hang in there. Dodgers still got the top of the 9th inning. Try to get an insurance run for you. I remember years ago Scully saying the Dodgers do nothing easy. And that still holds up to this day. Look at the way they won the World Series last year in Game 7 by inches. Okay, so let's go D-backs. Finally, it took us to the bottom of the 8th inning with the bases loaded and 2 outs to get a D-back fan in the chat. Welcome in. So we got 1 D-back fan in the chat. 59% say the Dodgers will win. Waldschmidt, the hero of the game last night, now at the plate with a chance to really hurt the Dodgers. And we got Scott on the mound. You know, Scott's going to go after him. He's got a 1-3 record, 60 strikeouts. He's allowed 10 walks, 4 home runs allowed, a 2.33 ERA. Ryan Waldschmidt, all these guys on base belong to Hurt. So it won't hurt his ERA if he allows a base hit here. Here's a pitch taken for called strike 1 on the 96-mile-an-hour pitch right there. That ball, truth be known, was out of the strike zone. Waldschmidt doesn't challenge. And Scott's happy for that. Count is 0-1. Pitch is low for ball one on the slider. It's 1-1 count. One and one the count to Waldschmidt. Scott's third pitch. Taken for ball two on the fastball. Just missing. So Waldschmidt at the plate. Scott very fortunate that that first pitch was called a strike. Otherwise, it would be 3-0. Pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball. In comes Pages. He's got it, and that'll do it. So the Dodgers, however they do it, by ducking and bobbing and weaving and their way through it, get out of the inning on a Tanner Scott getting Waldschmidt to fly out to Pages in center field. The score after 8 complete innings. The Dodgers 1, the D-backs 0. Incredible. Nicely done by Scott. Timeout. I'll be right back after this short break. Okay, so the game's getting good now. Jerry, hang in there. Let's see if the Dodgers can bring you some insurance here. And for that insurance, we got Freeman, Muncy, and Betts. All of those guys capable of going yard and hitting it out and getting you that 2-run win that you're looking for. Freeman's had a hard luck game, hitting into 2 double plays. So he's about due to shake out of it. It'll be a new pitcher, new and improved pitcher coming in. It'll be Cabrillo coming in for the D-backs. Let's get to know Cabrillo. Gerardo Cabrillo, right-hander, 27-year-old, 6'1", 185-pounder out of Mexico, Guadalajara, Mexico. And up comes Cabrillo. So, okay. So now we're getting it. Nice. We've seen a pitcher from Nicaragua, Mexico, Japan. Nice international flavor in this game. And it continues. And Freddie Freeman at the plate. Dodgers line on this game, 1 run, 5 hits and no errors. The D-backs, no runs, 4 hits and no errors. And in the bullpen warming up, need I say it, Edwin Diaz, the man that gave up the 2-run walk-off last night. So Carrillo, I should say, there is no B, so it's Carrillo now on the mound. Okay, Freddie Freeman to the plate. The pitch, low and inside for ball 1 on the splitter. One and 0 the count. The pitch to Freeman is swung on a high fly ball. Back goes Waldschmidt to the warning track to make the catch. So 1 out as Freddie Freeman gave that ball a ride, but it's only warning track power there. So with 1 out, up comes Max Muncy. Dodgers trying to ride out on the coattails of Kyle Tucker's home run in the 8th inning and win this game. We're now in the 9th. The Diamondbacks are down to their last 3 outs. The pitch on the way to Muncy swung on and fouled back and out of play in the 97-mile-an-hour sinker. If the Dodgers are going to win it, it'll have to be a tough win indeed. Nothing's going to come easy. You didn't expect they would snap the 7-game losing streak, winning 10-0, did you? Pitch is way inside on the splitter, but they're going to call that a strike. And the count is now 0-2. 1 out. Muncy to the plate, and Edwin Diaz warming up in the bullpen. The 0-2 pitch way inside. The umpire doesn't dare call that a strike. And the count is now 1-2. Muncy had to do a little toe dance to get out of the way of that. One and two the count. Pitch swung on and missed, a big swing, and down goes Muncy, striking out again. Another multi-strikeout performance as Muncy does the long walk back to the dugout, but not as long as it would be, not that long since the Dodgers got the lead 1-0. We're in the 9th. Up comes Mookie Betts. 0 for 3 in tonight's game. Nobody on, 2 outs for the Dodgers in the 9th, and thankfully the Dodgers lead 1-0 on the home run by Kyle Tucker. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the sweeper, 86-mile-an-hour sweeper. If you're enjoying the game, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate the support all along the way. If you'd like to hear more of my play-by-play, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's free. I'll be here all year long, the rest of the year, bringing you Dodger baseball. The 0-1 pitch is way outside all the way to the backstop. Count is now 1-1 on the curveball. Mookie Betts, 0 for 3, trying to make something here, get some insurance runs for the Dodgers. The pitch on the way to Mookie is swung on and missed on the sweeper. A big swing. The count is now 1-2. Carrillo waits in. The 1-2 pitch is way high for ball 2. And now the count is 2-2. Mookie Betts waiting in. What you gonna do, Mookie? Two and 2 count. It's all happening right now. 1-0 Dodgers lead. 2 outs in the 9th. The pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. And now, with a full count, Edwin Diaz continues to warm up in the bullpen. It's going to be a big team effort if the Dodgers can win this game on all facets. 3-2 pitch, way inside for ball 4, and Mookie's aboard. Okay, so we got Mookie up, and up comes Kyle Tucker, the man that hit the home run in the 8th inning, is now given a chance to make something happen. Kyle Tucker. Andrews in. Let's go Dodgers. Kyle Tucker to the plate. A chance to really give the Dodgers some insurance. The pitch is way high and outside on the splitter, an 85-mile-an-hour splitter. So the Dodgers trying to snap a 7-game losing streak. Welcome in, Ann's in the chat now. So we're getting a lot of chat people going on. The pitch is way outside for ball 2, and the catcher, McCann, is going to come over and have a few words with the pitcher, Carrillo, on that one. 2-0 the count to Tucker. 1 on, 2 outs in the 9th. Dodgers leading 1-0 and looking for some insurance runs going into the bottom of the 9th inning. Okay, don't go away. We got the bottom of the 9th inning coming up. And all eyes are in Chase Field in Arizona as the Dodgers clinging to a 1-0 lead in the ninth inning. 1 on, 2 outs, ninth inning, and Kyle Tucker is the only man to touch home plate tonight. He touched them all with a home run in the 8th inning, and that's it. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled away. Andrews calling for another bomb from Kyle Tucker. Let's see if he can answer Andrews' wishes right here. 2-1 the count to Tucker. Carrillo looking in. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed on a high-riding fastball, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. We got 128 people. That's an all-time record. I'm not going to lie to you in the chat. Thank you for watching the views. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support along the way. So meanwhile, we're deadlocked in a 2-2 count, and this pitch is way outside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the 9th inning, 1 on. Dodgers 1, Arizona 0. And in the top of the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the top of the order for the Diamondbacks. And the 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the first baseman. He's going to underhand over to Carrillo for the out, and that'll do it for the Dodgers as we move to the bottom of the 9th inning. And it'll be Edwin Diaz coming in from the bullpen. So Diaz will be Diaz will be coming into play against Perdomo, Carroll, and Moreno. And if anybody gets on, Marte. So Dodgers trying to make that 1-run lead stand up and get out of here with a 1-0 victory. Wow. One to nothing. Dodgers leading on the home run by Kyle Tucker. This has been a masterful pitch game. This is like a playoff game atmosphere. And if you want to see more playoff game atmosphere, the Brewers will be in town facing the Dodgers on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That figures to be a barn burner. Brewers got 72 wins. Dodgers currently at 69 wins. But right now, Dodgers trying to break out of a 7-game losing streak, just trying to win a game. And they got Edwin Diaz out there trying to redeem himself from last night, giving up the 2-run walk-off to Waldschmidt. So there's no Timmy Trumpets saluting him, bringing him into this game. It's all on Diaz to do it himself. Bottom of the 9th, Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. And this is what you pay those guys for. Edwin Diaz comes in here with an 11 ERA, 9 innings of work, 14 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 3 home runs allowed with a 1-1 record. Losing the game last night, so that was the loss came in. Welcome in, Farizio. Pleasure to have you in. The place is really rocking now in the chat. Ashton, is Diaz a good closer? Question mark? We'll find out right now, Ashton. Hang on. Here we go. Diaz trying to redeem himself from last night's disaster. The first pitch is a 96-mile-an-hour strike to Perdomo. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch working quickly, swung on and fouled back and out of play. So Diaz is a man on a mission right now. Pitching to Perdomo. Perdomo pitches low for ball 1. Got a man from Puerto Rico on the mound pitching to a man from the Dominican Republic. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away. There's a whole lot of international pride right now on the line in this game. Perdomo pitches, now the count is 1-2. Diaz takes a little bit longer look in. Now the ump's going to call timeout. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Perdomo. Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. Just the start of the bottom of the 9th inning. The pitch is taken high for ball 2 on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. You're right, Andrew. He was the man with the Mets. That's why he got that big contract to come over to the Dodgers in the offseason. He pitched a little bit for him at the start of the year, got injured, took a long layoff, and now he's trying to get himself back into that shape that he was with the Mets. Good call, Andrew. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and a high fly ball. Out there's waiting is Tucker. It's going to go to the wall. Tucker's going to cut it up. Perdomo rounding second. He's going to go to third. The throw to third. He's in there sliding head first with a triple. Can you believe it? The first hitter Edwin Diaz faces after giving up a home run last night. The guy gets a triple in Perdomo. And the fans are going nuts in Chase Field right now. Unbelievable. It hit the gap. Kyle Tucker gave it a chase, and so did Pages. It just went right in that hole between the two of them. Nicely played by Tucker to cut it off, but by the time he threw it in from that deep left center field spot, diving headfirst safe was Perdomo at third. The first pitch on the way to Carroll, Corbin Carroll, who's 0 for 3 with a walk, is taken for ball 1. Here's a shot down, base hit, whacked into left field and in the corner, and this game is tied. Rounding second and going for third is Corbin Carroll. He's in there with a triple, 2 back-to-back triples, and just like that, the D-backs are on they're on their feet going nuts, and Edwin Diaz, can you believe it? His last 3 batters he's pitched to, he's given up a home run last night, the walk-off, a triple to Perdomo, a triple to Corbin, and now comes up Moreno to the plate. The Dodgers in the dugout are in stony silence, stunned, can't believe what has happened to them, as they've once again been snake-bitten by an Arizona team. Winning run 90 feet away. First pitch is way wild and a nice save by Fiducia. That thing is an inch away from going to the backstop and this game being over. What is happening to Edwin Diaz? The infield is up. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed on the slider. It's 1-1. Corbin Carroll at third. He was a big hero last night, saving a home run, robbing Edman of a home run. Here's a pitch taken inside. Fiducia is going to go for the, ask for a challenge on that. It's 2-1 right now. Let's see if the Dodgers are going to win this challenge. And it is not. Dodgers lose the challenge. They still got 1 challenge left. The Diamondbacks are going nuts in their dugout. The pitch on the way is way outside on the slider for ball 3. Jack Dreyer's in the bullpen. Not sure if his services are going to be needed at all at this point. It's all Edwin Diaz game. The pitch swung on and missed. It's now 3-2. Thank you guys for showing up. Truly appreciate the support. We've got 152 viewers. That is a record for me right now. Thank you very much, and a big bang on the drum to you all. Thank you for that. Thank you indeed for tuning in to Dodger Baseball versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. 3-2 the count. Runner at Corbin at third. Diaz pitch on the way, swung on line nicely, no, foul. What happened here? So Muncy caught it, so there's one out, and he almost doubled up Corbin at third. That's what happened. So Muncy got it, he ran over to third and just missed doubling up Corbin, who stuck his foot out there to get back in time. So there's one out and one on in the ninth inning. So Marte to the plate, pitch is swung on and lined foul. You would have thought they would have walked Marte and tried to set up a force or a double play at first. That's not the case. They're pitching to Marte. So Edwin Diaz, the pitch way high, and the fastball for a 1-1 count. Diaz has thrown 16 pitches in this game, and they've been, wow, no boring pitch indeed. It's all been a roller coaster ride, 2 triples and a line out. And he's got strike 2 now thrown to Marte. It's now 1-2. Diaz trying to dig himself out of the big hole he put himself in to start this game off with, to start this inning with. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on a high pop-up. Their Dodgers are going to get out of there. In comes everybody. And it's going to be shortstop who will make the catch, and Betts feet from home plate, and Edwin Diaz is feeling a lot better on that one now. Okay, so now up comes Nootbaar. So he managed to pop up and get out Marte. That was a big out right there. 2 outs in the ninth. Tied 1-1 on the triple by Perdomo, the triple by Corbin to get him home. And now they're going to walk Nootbaar and take their chances with pinch hitting Diaz at the plate. There's a whole lot of duckies in the chat, not sure what that means, but the duckies have appeared. 1 ducky, 2 ducky, 3 ducky. Take Diaz out, bring in Charlie Sheehan to the mound. So we got a whole lot of stuff going on in the chat as everybody's wondering what the hell's going on in this game. Diaz has pitched 18 pitches as he's got 2 outs now. We've got Mark Pryor out there with a meeting at the mound with Fiducia and Diaz. Corbin's at third, luckily to be at third, not doubled up by Muncy. That was close. Up comes Vargas. Vargas now coming to the plate. In 101 games, he's hitting .274, 7 home runs, 55 ribbies, 2 outs, runners at first and third. The pitch on the way outside for ball 1 on the slider. So the D-backs won last night on a walk-off home run by Waldschmidt off of Diaz. And now they got Diaz on the ropes with 2 outs, 2 on in the ninth inning, tied up 1-1. The 1-0 pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the slider. 174 viewers now. A new high, personal high for myself, but enough about me. Let's get back to Dodger baseball. Diaz has pitched 20 pitches. 1-1 count. Now the runner takes second base. So now we got runners at second and third. Nootbaar's run doesn't mean anything at this point. There's a ground ball foul. The man the Dodgers are all concerned about is the man at third base in Corbin Carroll. That's the guy they got to keep off the bases. Diaz has thrown 21 pitches. 1-2 the count. The pitch swung on and fouled away. So if Jack Dreyer is officially warmed up and ready to go, if there is going to be a 10th inning, we may have extra read all about it innings if needed, if Diaz can pull this out of his hat and get out of the inning here. Vargas to the plate, hanging tough. We got Corbin at third, Nootbaar at second. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, and down he goes. Can you believe that? He throws his bat away in disgust, and Edwin Diaz is out of the inning. So the Dodgers Never say Dodgers have lost 7 straight, and we're just about ready to pack it in after Perdomo got a triple. Corbin got a triple. They had a man at third base with nobody out, and the Diamondbacks could not get him in. The score after 9 complete innings, we moved to the 10th inning. Dodgers won, Diamondbacks won, and up comes Edman, Teoscar, and Fiducia. Not sure if we'll see a pinch hitter along the way, maybe a Kike, maybe a Rojas. We'll see how this game is played out. Have a sneaky feeling we may see a Rojas if any Dodgers get on. So here we go. Once again, thank you all. 183, a new personal high for me in the chat. A new channel started. If you want to see more play-by-play action by myself, subscribe to the channel. I'm here to serve you the best in play-by-play action, giving you the best I can on with every pitch. Subscribe, like, whatever. I appreciate you being there. Meanwhile, back to live action for the Dodgers. And the Dodgers, let's see, so Cabrillo, they're going to let him go out there and pitch to Edman. He pitched the 9th inning for the D-backs, and they say, up, go ahead and pitch the 10th inning. So Dodgers, never say Dodgers, giving it their all right now. Edwin Diaz. How in the world did he dig himself out of that hole? So we're in the 10th inning. We got a man at second. The broadcast jumped, and they didn't let me know of anything, what's going on. What? So now we got a runner at second. We're in the 10th inning. We got Hernandez to the plate. It's happening. It's all happening. Everything seemed to jump with Tucker now at second base. The pitch is taken inside for strike 1. Looks like we had a lot of Diamondbacks in the chat that jumped from 170 down to 140. A big fall off. Anyways, 20 pitches, Carrillo. Tucker at second base. Oh, we're starting with, there we go, that's right. Runner at second, extra innings. Forgot the new rule. Okay, my bad, my error on me. Haven't had an extra inning game, and I forgot the new rule in extra innings. You put a man on second. Okay, so now it makes sense. I was lost for a minute there. Now I'm back on track. I thought they skipped something. Okay, so now the pitch is ball 2. Hernandez to the plate. Two balls, no strikes. Tucker away from second. The pitch to Hernandez. Swung on in a high fly ball. This will be the second out recorded right here. And Tucker goes back to second. And Carrillo is one out away from getting out of this inning, and up comes Fiducia. And it looks like they will let him bat. No sign of Rojas. Extra inning rules put a man at second base to start in the 10th inning like we're in. So that's why you see Tucker out there. It's due so that to speed up the game so you don't wind up going 12, 13, 15, 18 innings. Try to get some runs in. So that new rule was implemented. And I completely slipped my mind. I hadn't done a game with extra innings in a while, so that's where we're at. Tucker's at second. That's why you see Tucker at second when we came off from the break. Pitch is fouled away by Fiducia at the plate. A whole lot of duckies and baseballs again appearing. Okay, pitch 1-1 way high out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fiducia, and waiting on deck is that man, Shohei Ohtani. Give the man a chance, Fiducia. Come on, there's 2 outs. Do whatever it takes. Get hit by a pitch if it takes that. Don't, there's a taken for a strike 2. Make Carrillo throw strikes. He's done just that. Count is now 2-2. Give Ohtani a chance. Let them play. 2-2. We're deadlocked in a 1-1 tie in the 10th inning. The pitch, way inside, ball 3. Hey, suddenly we got a 3-2 count on that splitter. And just maybe Fiducia can whittle a walk out of this and wind up on first base, and we'll have Ohtani to the plate. The pitch, way high, all the way to the backstop. That ball's going to bounce and keep rolling. Tucker's now going to wind up at third. Wow. That ball just caromed off of one way and onto another, and up comes Ohtani with a runner at first and third. And they're going to take Carrillo out right now. They've seen enough. He's thrown 28 pitches. I was quite surprised they let him come out for the 10th inning. And now Ohtani will be facing a new pitcher as he comes in. So take a break, Carrillo. He is out. They're going to bring in a new pitcher, and that pitcher will be Garcia. Braden Garcia, lefty, 26-year-old, 6'4", 235-pounder out of Newport, Rhode Island, coming in to face Ohtani. We're involved in a little pitching change right now. We got a runner at first for the Dodgers, a runner at third. Ohtani to the plate. They're taking out Carrillo and bringing in Garcia, Brandy Garcia. Two outs. Top of the 10th inning. Extra innings. You didn't think the Dodgers were going to break this 7-game losing streak easy, did you? We got far as zone, calling just bunt Ohtani. Thank you so much for tuning in, Jacob. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Appreciate a little bit of a bump in the analytics along the way, as Ohtani now taking a few check swings. So this game started slowly. We didn't get a first run until the 8th inning on Kyle Tucker's solo home run, and then the Diamondbacks got back-to-back triples to tie it in the bottom of the 9th, and here we are in the 10th. So if you joined in late, you really honestly didn't miss the action. It started happening in the 8th inning on Kyle Tucker's solo home run. Tucker's now at third base trying to score here. Meanwhile, Ohtani's 0 for 4, struck out in his last time up. Swung on and missed by Ohtani on a big 90-an-hour sweeper. And the count is now 0-1. Thank you very much, Daniel. Appreciate it. Pitch on the way is outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Keep in mind, Daniel will also be doing other sporting events, NFL and everything, so along the way. So I'll be giving you the bird's eye view of that. Pitch is taken for strike 2. So it's not all just Dodger baseball. 1-2 the count to Ohtani. Pitch. Swung on. There's a sharp ground ball. It's smothered. He dropped it. Can't pick it up, and the Dodgers score. Oh, my. It was hit to Tim Tawa. He dived. He smothered it, but it wormed out of his glove. And by the time the pitcher could run over to first base to try to cover first, Ohtani had made it safely to first. Tucker scores, and the Dodgers lead 2-1. Incredible. Unbelievable. A nice diving stop by Tawa, but after he dove and the ball got away from him, he was in no man's land, and Tucker scores. Moving over to second is Fiducia, and now we got Fiducia at second, Ohtani at first, Pages to the plate. Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks 1. We're in the 10th inning. 2 outs. A pitch is taken outside. They're going to check over to first. They're going to say no swing on the sinker. Remember, Pages in the 9th inning, or his last at bat, swung wildly at 2 pitches that were way out of the strike zone. Make them throw strikes, Pages. The pitch is right down the middle for strike 1, 99-mile-an-hour sinker. So there's a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on for the Dodgers, 2 outs. They just got a runner in, leading 2-1 now in the 10th. The pitch is taken for called strike 2 on the sinker. Remember, the Diamondbacks have a chance to answer in the bottom of the 10th inning. They'll have a man at second, just as the Dodgers did, trying to score and even this game up and take the victory at that, as they did last night with a walk-off home run off of Diaz. No way did the Dodgers send Diaz out for the 10th. Here's a pitch, sharp foul ball along the first base line. And for those D-backs in the bottom of the 10th, it'll be Tawa, McCann, and Waldschmidt. But right now, Dodgers still got some work to do. 1-2 the count. The pitch, taken outside. They're going to check at first. They're going to say no swing. Its count is 2-2. 2-2, 2 on, 2 outs. We're in the 10th inning. Dodgers leading 2-1. Garcia's pitch. Swung on. There's a line shot moving over out to left field to make the catch in outfield is Nootbaar, and that'll do it for the Dodgers, but not before they score 1 run to take the lead. The score after 9.5 innings, as Jack Dreyer's coming in the 10th, bottom of the 10th, the score Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks 1. And don't go away. Stay tuned for the exciting, fantastic bottom of the 10th inning. So the Diamondbacks will start with a man at second, just as the Dodgers did. We're in extra innings. That's the new rule. And Tawa will now come to the plate. SCI Hund, you got a good running back in that Jeremiah Love. Don't miss any Cardinal games. He is going to electrify you. If you can get him any type of block line, Jeremiah Love and those Cardinals may have a tough year without a quarterback. They have, did you see the preseason? Beck looked pretty good, but Jeremiah Love will have to really do a lot of carrying. With the Raiders ever come back to LA, they don't belong in IV. No, they're well planted in Vegas with the new stadium. No way do they come back. Staying in Vegas for that brand new stadium. Raiders have a $1 billion Dodgers stadium. IV probably won't move back. They're getting the A's also in Vegas as well soon. Okay, so we move to the bottom of the 10th inning. This game has not lacked excitement, at least after the 8th inning, or 8th inning on. Kyle Tucker got that home run that got the scoreboard lit up finally on the solo shot. Then Perdomo hits a triple. Corbin triples him home, tied 1-1. We go to the 10th, and then Tucker scores. He was a man at second base, came around and scored for the 2-1 lead. And now it's Jack Dreyer's game. So we start with a man at second in Vargas. Pitch is high. Pitch is fouled. A bunt that goes foul, should say. So 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Tim Tawa to the plate. Vargas is the runner that's been on second base, placed at second, extra inning rule. Let's see if the Diamondbacks can drive him home as the Dodgers did with Tucker at second. The pitch is way high by Dreyer on the fastball, and the count is now 1-1. Hang in there, Jacob. Dodgers trying to do just that. 3 big outs to go to snap the 7-game losing streak. Pitch is a foul bunt. Again, Tawa trying to bunt him over to third and fouls it away. The count is now 1-2. Bet we won't see a third bunt by him attempt. Keep in mind in baseball, if you bunt after a foul after 2 strikes, you're out. Let's see if he tries to square away again. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled away. So they like the idea of trying to move the run over in third and score him on a scoring fly ball, but after he got 2 strikes on him, they scrapped that idea with Tawa at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dreyer has pitched 4 pitches. He's got a 1-2 count to Tawa. Vargas away from second. The pitch swung on and missed, and down goes Tawa with 1 out in the 10th inning. This is indeed a nail-biter. Good shot, good call, D-Rock. This indeed's a nail-biter, right? Everybody's agreeing on that, so we got both fans from both sides agreeing it is. 1 out, we're in the 10th inning. Runner at second. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the fastball by Dreyer. McCann is up there, 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Once again, thank you all for tuning in and enjoying this exciting, fantastic finish down the way. Pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I've now, thanks to all of you tuning in, reached my new all-time views. Close to 2,000 views in a game. I sincerely tip my cap to all of you. The pitch is way high for ball 2 on the fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. As Dreyer now trying to settle down. He's gotten 1 out. He's still got that Vargas at second that he's got to deal with that was placed there in the extra inning rule. Dodgers benefited from it, so let's see if the Diamondbacks can cash in on it. 2-1 the count. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So bear down Dreyer and go after McCann and strike him out right here. Nice shot and call there, Farazone. You're right. It is a 7th game of the World Series. Reminds me of when the Yankees and the D-backs played in that 7th game of the World Series, or was it the 6th? It was that exciting, fantastic finish. You called the shot on that. Not sure if you were around to see that game, but that'll forever be remembered. Now the ball is low, and the count is now 3-2 to McCann. 3 balls, 2 strikes to McCann. Count is full. Runner at second and Vargas. 1 out. We're in the 10th in a 2-1 Dodger lead. Dodgers 2 outs away from snapping this 7-game skid that they've been on that started against Boston a week ago. Pitches swung on and missed on the slider. Barely lucky to get a piece of that. Count remains full at 3-2. McCann's walked a couple of times. Let's see if he's looking for a third walk here. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Dreyer. Swung on. There's a little ground ball hit down. Nicely gloved in the hole. The throw not in time. They throw to first and he legs it out. Edman threw that ball from the back of the grass. And by the time he was able to get it, it's a slow roller. By the time he could glove it, backhand throw it, McCann was aboard, and now there's first and second with one out. And the runner, Vargas, moves over to third. So now he's in position to be brought home by a scoring fly ball. But then again, Dodgers can double up McCann if they can. Let's see what they'll do here. How will they handle this with Dreyer? Dreyer's thrown 12 pitches. This isn't a... He made it cleanly. No sign of a manager's challenge. Nope. He was there, but barely. Freddie Freeman given a stretch. So it looks like are they reviewing it? They didn't flash manager's challenge. Everybody's looking around, holding up. They keep showing it. I think they're going to say he is safe. At the same time, the old adage, they reviewed it and it was a challenge and they say runner is safe. So that's what I figured from the start. So the ump was justified in his call. Runner at first and third. And with that, they're going to take out McCann and go to a pinch runner. We're in the 10th inning. So Barroso now brought in as a pinch runner. So you got Barroso at first. You got Vargas at third. You got one out. We're in the 10th inning and a 2-1 Dodger lead. And up comes Ryan Waldschmidt. Can you believe that? The hero of the game last night has a chance to be the hero again at the plate right now, facing Jack Dreyer. Shades of Cookie Lavagetto way back in the 50s when he was a hero one night and tried to pull it off the next night. Pitch on the way is way high. Oh, they're going to call it a strike on the curveball for strike one. 0-1 the count to Waldschmidt. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike two. Dodgers trying to desperately pull out something from the rabbit of a hat and snap this 7-game losing streak. It's all on Dreyer's shoulder. 0-2 count to Waldschmidt. Runner at third, runner at first. First and third, one out. The pitch. There's a little ground ball hit to Dreyer. He's going to throw it to Edman for one. Over to Freeman to double play. The Dodgers win it. This 7-game losing streak is over. Dodgers win it on an electrifying double play to win this game. Incredible performance. Thank you very much. Appreciate the super chat and a bang on the gong for you, Farazone. On a record 2,000 night view for myself. Thank you very much. All appreciated indeed, as the Dodgers losing streak has finally, mercifully come to an end in the 10th inning in Chase Field in Arizona. The Dodgers win it, and the fans here in Chase Field, the Dodger fans that are here are all standing and applauding. Doc Roberts is slapping high fives all around. The totals of this game, let me give them to you right now as I go over 200 viewers at one time. A new record, personal record for myself. Oh my. Bang on the gong to all of you. One more time with the drums. Okay, let me give you the final totals here so you can pack on out of here. For the Dodgers to win it, Edwin Diaz is the winner. His record goes to 2-1. Cabrillo is the hard luck losing pitcher. His record goes to 2-1. Jack Dreyer gets the save. His first save, it looks like he's got an ERA of 2.87. So Diaz came in with an 11 ERA. He now leaves with a 10.80 ERA. For the totals for the Dodgers to win it in 10 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Diamondbacks, 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors. An absolutely incredible game. Waldschmidt was the hero last night, hitting a 2-run walk-off home run to break the Dodgers' hearts. And tonight, Waldschmidt hits into a game-ending double play to break his own heart. So that's baseball in a nutshell. We've seen it happen before. It always happens, and it'll continue to happen. Thank you so much for viewing this game with me. I appreciate all your help along the way, the super chat as well. Have yourself a tremendous evening to you wherever you may be. Once again, this game is OVER. Turn out the lights. This game is over.
Play what crazy game does it so many great plays, and now it's time to turn out the lights. The game is over. Bid you a pleasant good night, and free you may be. Turn out the lights again. The game is all over for you. Turn out the lights, game's over. You think you can come, and you do give up. The game and the light, the game's over. He doesn't get up a man with the key. You deal with the stop, but it's not can last. And I can't as a game is over. I get it something up, when it's on. And that's your words out on.
Turn out the lights, the game's over. They say that all good games must end. Call it a night, the game's over. And tomorrow starts a new game. Never lost all the call in the play-by-play. What a crazy game. Never seen so many great plays. But now it's time to turn the lights. The game is over, who's never lost no more. Bid you a pleasing good night, every you may be. Turn out the lights, the game is all over. Greetings again to the park fan. I made the gusses electric. There I beside the mountain to the air. Chase side and life, it's joy. Me my boss to stop by coming. It's that the lights, the game's over. Improvise line was keep restrained. Call it a night, the game's over.